Welcome to beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. It's a beautiful afternoon, a great afternoon for baseball. The London Majors in town to take on the Hamilton Cardinals. I'm Neil Sriwastava. Joining me is Jarrett Matthews. We're going to take you guys down to the field for the anthem, and we'll get back with some lineups after the anthem is sung.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we seek the right, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on
Let's go,
guard.
Let's go, guys!
Ovi is definitely in the house, as you heard him on the PA system. A great job by the answer singer. As we welcome you back to the Bird's Nest high above Bernie Arbor Stadium. I'm Neil Sriwastava. Jarrett Matthews is along with us as the London Majors come into town, and we'll get the starting lineup for the London Majors to start things off here, Jarrett.
Yep, so today for the London Majors, leading off and playing right field is Byron Reichstein. Batting second and playing shortstop is Tommy Reyes-Cruz. Batting third, the left fielder, number 7, Starling Joseph. Batting fourth, number 35, the designated hitter, the legendary Cleveland Brownlee. Batting fifth is Josh Williams, playing first base. And the third baseman, Dan Battelle, following him up. Batting seventh is Brett Graham, the second baseman. And batting eighth, Brad Verhoeven, the catcher, call up. And batting in the 9th spot is number 14, Will Pollard, playing center field. And a familiar face on the mound here today for the London Majors, number 29, Jordan Schulafand, of course, the former Hamilton Cardinal. Neil, you've seen him pitch a couple of times so far this season.
We have seen Jordan pitch a few times this season. He's definitely been a little more driven since he got acquired by the Majors. So you're just trying to help the Majors get back in the win column here as well. Majors come into action 13-23 on the season, the two-time defending champions. A far cry from last year's 31-11 finish last season. Of course, they won the tiebreaker to claim the pennant over the Guelph Royals, and of course won the championship for the second year in a row. The Hamilton Cardinals will be sending Corbin Peters to the mound, the defense behind him. Starting left to right, in left field, Dennis DeBenning. In center field, Quinn Cotton. Right field is Connor Bowie today. At third base is Josh Niles. Shortstop is Brendan Nicholson. Making the start, the first time I've ever seen him play in the infield, is Tyler Duncan at second base. And Tanner Rempel at first. And, of course, Aiden Muro gets the call behind the plate to catch Corbin Peters.
Yeah, Leon, I think we're in for a very intriguing matchup today. Both these teams very close in the standings. Hamilton just 2 games above the Majors. And 2 ahead through 3-2 in the season series. Hamilton is so far this season a 36-32 run differential, and a couple of those games coming down to the wire, just 1-run games. So I think we're in for another great one here today.
If you're the Cardinals, you want to win this ball game so you can be finished tied in the standings with the London Majors. You win the first tiebreaker, don't have to worry about the runs for and against, and that's a nightmare when it happens that way. So we'll go from there. And Byron Reichstein will lead things off here for the Majors this afternoon, as Muir and Corbin Peters will have a conversation, just going over signs once again here.
Yeah, both these teams coming into today's game dropping their last couple. Hamilton a 3-game skid, and the London Majors 2. Hamilton holding a 9-9 record at home. They started off a little bit hotter, but have cooled off as of late.
It's definitely been a long time since we saw the victory flags at the end here for the Cardinals at home. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. First pitch was 205 on the nose. So that's a good sign. And Peters is dialed in already. Reichstein always dangerous. That one misses outside. Counts even at 1-1.
Of course, London London's record not quite what it was last year, as you mentioned. This year struggling mightily on the road. 3 wins and 14 losses.
Well, just unfortunately, they've had some unfortunate luck with imports and injuries this year. Like the Cardinals are banged up too, but the Majors is definitely injury bug has definitely plagued them for most of the season. As Reichstein swings and misses, and the count is 2-2.
Yeah, I would definitely say both these teams are better than their records reflect. Just such a tough league to get wins in. And so many amazing teams this season.
If you look at the Cardinals, they've pretty much seen everybody's ace the last 3 or 4 weeks here too. So
yeah,
that's how it worked out in the standings and the schedule. This one's chopped to the second baseman, and Tyler Duncan will make his first play, a 4-3 putout, and there's one away.
Yeah, Neil mentioned this is the first time we're seeing Tyler Duncan in the infield in 87 career IBL starts with the Cardinals, all of those coming in the outfield, mostly in right field and center, but now getting a chance here at second base. Our scorekeeper Nate mentioned at least it's on the right side for him. He's used to seeing the ball coming that way.
That's very true. The shortstop, Tommy Reyes Cruz, will be the batter now.
I have no doubt Tyler Duncan will fit right in over there at second. Incredibly talented young player.
First pitch to Reyes Cruz misses for ball high. And the count is 1-0. 3 games in the Intercounty this afternoon. The Brantford Red Sox just underway in Toronto, taking on the Maple Leafs at Christie Pitts. Of course, about an hour later from here, that's not good. Corbin Peters is getting the trainer out here right off the bat here, so I don't know if he's got a cramp or...
Yeah, something going on with him. It looked like that last pitch came in pretty slow as well. It seems like he's all right, but he was hobbling pretty heavy there.
Well, I know a couple of games ago he got helped off the field. I don't know if he rolled his ankle or something here, but yeah, it looks like he's still got something going on here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's getting back in, get a couple warm-up pitches here, maybe see if he's all right. Definitely looks like something with that right leg.
Yeah. That's not good, especially if you're the Cardinals fan.
No. Very important part of that bullpen. Today, a bit of a bullpen day for the Cardinals. Corbin Peters not typically a starter.
Nope. I think you're definitely going to see a lot of guys just trying to get some innings here. Might see a couple of batters just to make sure they qualify for the postseason. Of course, pitchers need 5 appearances and 10 innings total in pitching. So you're going to see some other guys get some work here this afternoon too. Of course, if you're a batter in this league, you have to have 24 plate appearances over the season.
Yeah, so that might explain Bowie and Muir getting a couple touches in there today, which is always good to see.
That one's in there high, and it's 2-0.
Peters still humming it in there.
Of course, the big game this afternoon is, of course, Barry. This one's lined into the left field. It's going to drop in front of Dennis Day Banning for a single, and Reyes Cruz is the board with one away.
Yeah, well-placed hit there from Reyes Cruz to get a board.
Now, the Welland Jackfish potentially could at least earn themselves a tie of first place today with a victory over the Barrie Baycats. Baycats on their heels. I do believe they're 3.5 back. Actually, it might be 4 now. Look at the standings in the top of the second inning. We'll go through that little scenario there, too. Of course, every team makes the playoffs in the IBL this season. We'll see what happens next year. There's some talk of an 8 versus 9 one-game playoff to see who gets the last final playoff spot next year.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, a one-game wild card.
This one's fouled away by Starling Joseph, and the count is quickly 0-1. Joseph's definitely got the dangerous stroke this year. It's batting .319 on the season. He hit a grand slam on his birthday a couple weeks ago. 40 RBIs for the... See, he has a grounder to Nicholson. Nicholson will flip to Duncan at second base. On to first in time. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and the Cardinals get out of the first inning without giving up any damage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man. Nobody was left on base. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, you see that big right arm there from Tyler Duncan, used to playing right field. That throw, no problem for him, 90 feet. But no rush there with Starling Joseph getting beat out by quite a bit.
Yeah, he also kind of looked like he just gave up on the play too, knew he was out, so he just was taking the slow trot rather than trying to bust down the line a little bit.
So a good efficient inning there for Corbin Peters to start things off. And now we see number 29, Jordan Shulafand, coming out to the mound.
Having a conversation with the plate umpire. I guess he's just going over something out there. I'm not sure what, but he was definitely having a conversation with Dean Oberle behind the plate.
Didn't spend a ton of time with the Cardinals. Maybe 6-7 games he was on the roster for before being released at the deadline?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was just, again, he's in that situation as an import spot, and the Cardinals had some other options there, so he was an unfortunate numbers game, and that's what happens. And then, of course, then the London Majors run into the same sort of situation. One of their guys they had picked up actually hitched a Friday night game, went to manager Roop Penderdat Sunday morning, said, yeah, it's not working out for me. I'm just not missing home too much, and went home. So that's why Schulfan wound up in London. They need another pitcher. Of course, Schulfan goes to play the infield and the outfield as well, so when he's not pitching, he's definitely been in the Majors lineup in some sort of capacity as well.
Yeah, and the Cardinals pretty deep in the outfield in terms of roster spots, so maybe not somebody they needed to have around.
Yep. Of course, he's a former Maine Black Bear as well, so he does have some Division I experience. And they have a brief stint in the Frontier League to start the season as well. That's where he came from when he joined the Cardinals. Of course, he is a Florida native, so we'll see how that goes today. He's used to this hot weather, that's for sure. Here's the lineup for the Hamilton Cardinals. Brandon Nicholson will lead things off. Quinn Cotton is batting second. Duncan is batting third. And Luis Bernardo fourth. Dennis Day Banning is batting fifth today. Niles is sixth. Rempel in seventh. Connor Bowie and Eden Muir 8 and 9 respectively. As Peters got the start. And Nicholson will look to lead things off here against Schulfan. Nicholson skies this one high in the infield. Muir underneath this one. He'll make the catch. That is Brad Verhoeven back there. The St. Thomas native makes the catch. One away. F2 goes the putout. Nicholson retired on one pitch. And Quinn Cotton, the center fielder, will be the batter now.
Quinn Cotton, a hot hand, and so far in the month of August, batting .375.
350 overall.
Yeah, been a very nice addition for the Cardinals late in the season.
He definitely logged the air miles. He came all the way from the Cardinals via the Netherlands.
Wow.
He was playing overseas. Of course, he got an opportunity from the Baseball Jobs Overseas website, which we frequented on a few times when I was the general manager of the Guelph Royals. We're looking for players from various places. But great to see those guys get opportunities to go to Europe and Australia and stuff like that to play baseball. As Cotton takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, it's now 1-2.
Perhaps a little extra motivation on the mound today for Schulfan facing his former team. Wonder if it was actually lined up or he said, hey, Coach, I want this one, or how that went down.
I would probably think there's probably more he wanted this one, because I know the Majors have got a busy week, too. They've got a home-and-home series with I believe it's the Guelph Royals starting Tuesday night, and then they have the Maple Leafs to finish up the season next week, and I do believe that's how it is, or it might be. I might have them reversed.
Yeah, both teams looking to finish up their regular season strong. Hamilton with 4 games remaining as Cotton strikes out for the second out of the inning. London 6 games remaining.
Yep. That'll bring up the second baseman. That still sounds so weird. Tyler Duncan will be the batter. Of course, he leads the IBL with 14 home runs on the season. A great year for Tyler Duncan. But you saw spurts of this last year, especially in the postseason against the Guelph Royals. We absolutely crushed 2 baseballs against the Royals.
Yep.
46 RBIs in the season so far, 357 average. Definitely in the conversation for league MVP this year. First pitch is across there for a strike. Schulfan gets ahead in the count. It's 0-1.
Yeah, big strides made this season by Tyler Duncan. He was an above-average hitter last year, and this year he's setting quite the example for his teammates.
He definitely is. That one misses outside to even a count at 1-1. There's Dean Oberle behind the plate. Jeff Rose, the crew chief, is at first base, and Mike Guthrow at third today as the umpires in the contest. Big swing and a miss by Duncan. It's 1-2.
These two teams faced each other earlier this week on Wednesday. Tyler Duncan actually homered in that game.
Home run number 14 was given the lead over Jonathan Salazzo and Edward DeOlio, who's not in the lineup for the Majors today. Maybe it's just an off day or something, or maybe he's nursing some injuries. Who knows? This time of year, guys are bumped and bruised all over the place. I know Eric Spearland, when we were talking via text message yesterday, we're definitely banged up. He wasn't saying who. I wasn't asking who, too, because probably better off we don't know so we don't accidentally let something slip here, too, especially this time of year. Chauvin looks in for the sign. The 2-2 pitch to Duncan on its way. That one misses low. It's a full count now to Duncan. Duncan 55 for 154. He was mentioned 357 on the season. Definitely in that conversation for MVP. He hits with one pass to shortstop. That's going to go in the left field for a 2-out single.
Great patience there from Duncan, waiting on that. We saw the leadoff hitter Nicholson take the first pitch, and Duncan going the opposite way on number 7 of that at bat.
Yep. Luis Bernardo will be the batter. He's in the designated hitter spot today, giving his knees a little bit of a rest. I'm sure he'll be busy all next week and come postseason. Batting .266 on the season, 37 RBIs for the catcher from St. Pedro de Macorís.
Yeah, Bernardo with a nice double yesterday in Barrie.
That one gets away from the catcher, and Duncan will trot down the second base on the, I'm guessing, what's going to be a pass ball. So skipped off the catcher. Duncan now in scoring position for Bernardo. Dennis DeBanning waiting on deck. Josh Niles in the hole. And yes, Alan Ross, happy belated birthday to you if you're watching this one. I don't think you are. You're probably working the game at Christie Pitts right now, so you'll probably watch this on replay. But happy belated birthday to you, sir. Yes, we do have permission to use it in the hole. That one's in there for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and a strike to Bernardo. Cardinals just need to get on a roll here somehow. They just need something to go their way today and just get the W and then just build off of that, especially going into the next weekend and, of course, the postseason the following week after that.
Yeah.
Who they're going to play yet is still up in the air. Could be the Panthers, could be the Barrie Baycats. It might even be the Toronto Maple Leafs, depending on what happens in this last week of the season.
Yeah, and you and you alluded to this the other night, talking about not wanting to end up facing the Guelph Royals. So
yep.
They're right now sitting in the spot ahead of the Cardinals.
They're ahead of the Cardinals. Yep. So you never know. A lot of things can happen. The Guelph Royals only have 3 games left too, so they got Tuesday night, and I think they have the 2 on the weekend, and that's it for them.
Yeah, it definitely would not be ideal having to face those pitchers in a 5-game series.
No. Bernardo chops this one to the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. It's going to eat him up. Duncan will stop at third. Runners in the corners now, and that's likely going to be a base hit. He wouldn't have had a chance at first anyways on that silly hop it took.
Yeah, very high hop there for Reyes Cruz. Able to just knock it down and hold Duncan at third base.
And that'll bring up Dennis DeBanning now. Dennis DeBanning batting .284 on the season. 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Got off to a slow start, but definitely as the summer warmed up, as did his bat, just like he did last year. Of course, when he broke in last year, he had a couple of home runs in his debut. Definitely turned some heads around the league. That pitch misses inside for ball number 1. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, he's been a very reliable left fielder for most of the season for the Cardinals. Very good on both sides.
Of course, Clayton Key's out of the lineup still for the Cardinals. Hopefully he'll be back sooner than later.
Yeah, that's
as will Logan Walters, hopefully, as that one's fouled away off to our right here.
Yeah, 2 massive pieces for the Cardinals.
It just gives them some more depth out there, and maybe that's why Duncan's playing second base right now. We don't have an everyday second baseman per se now that Luis Pimentel Guerrero has gone back to school.
Yeah, we saw Lane Renault, typically playing third base, over at second on Friday night. Did a pretty good job.
That one's in there for a strike. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the count.
And we saw this on Friday night. Actually ended up coming back to bite them, but Cardinals stranding a lot of runners throughout that game, especially with 2 outs, just not able to get that one more hit.
That one's on the outside part of the plate. Schulfan thought he got that one, as did half his infield behind him.
Yeah, everybody was fading towards that that dugout.
Again, it's a 2-2 count here with 2 away. Crazy twos, the kids like to call it. Sure, there's some hats turned around backwards somewhere on the dugouts. The 2-2 pitch. Misses outside for a ball. Bernardo will take that base with ease. He was going on the pitch. Give Luis to Bernardo the stolen base. And now runners at second and third here with 2 away and a 3-2 count to Dennis DeBanning. Three-two offering for Schulfan. Is fouled away off to our right here again, off to the screen. Jiggled the camera a little bit. First Joseph in left field, Pollard in center field, Reichstein in right. Dan Patel at third base, Tommy Reyes Cruz, I almost said Jose Reyes Cruz. Graham at second base, and Josh Williams at first. Line to second base. It's going to be a tough play, but it's going to be fielded cleanly. And it's going to be throw is offline. That's going to score a pair of runs. As Graham's throw goes away from the first baseman, the Cardinals leading this one 2-0.
Yeah, very costly error there for the London Majors, and Graham wishing he had that one back. A fairly straightforward play for the second baseman there. Just pushed the throw a little wide, and 2 runs come in.
I think he rushed it a little too much. Thought he had to rush the throw there, but he had a lot of time out here, and it looks like they're going to have a pitching coach visit while here to Schulfan.
Yeah, no crazy hard contact so far off of Schulfan. Just some well-placed hits for the Cardinals.
Sometimes, you get those bloops, you get the blast, you get the bleeps, and that turns the tide here. Josh Niles will be the batter now. Niles playing third base today. He's probably going to be heading to Canisius College very soon.
Yeah, we found out the hard way on Friday night that every play matters in a game, even when the score is a little bit lopsided.
Oh, exactly.
It came all the way down to the wire, and unfortunately, Cardinals on the wrong side of that one. So, got to stay focused throughout the entire game.
You definitely do. Jose Vinicio, a.k.a. the Magician, with a lot of great plays at shortstop for the Maple Leafs in that contest.
Mm-hmm.
First offering misses high to Niles. It's 1-0. 2-0 Cardinals leading this ball game. If you're just tuning in, they scored a pair on the E4. Kind of extended the inning here. Everything from this point on will be unearned in this inning. That one misses high again. It's 2-0 to Niles. Tanner Rempel waits on deck. Connor Bowie in the hole if the inning goes that far. 2-0 pitch. Is driven hard, but foul to left field as DeBanning was going on that play.
Just missed a car out there.
Not a great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you all for tuning in live here. Of course, if you're watching on Cable 14 as well, we do appreciate that as well.
Yeah, I think we had nearly 1,300 the other night on Friday.
That was so great to see that many people here on a Friday night.
Yeah, looking like about the same size crowd here today, at least 1,000 people.
A lot of kids once again, so you'll see the Swiss Chalet inning, the kids run the bases, and my daughter making her first appearance at a baseball game.
There you go.
Yeah.
So far a good one for the home team.
Her brother used to tag along often. Didn't really like baseball too much, so he's like, yeah, Dad, I'm just going to stay home today. Okay. That one misses outside. It's a full count here on Josh Niles.
Cardinals batters being pretty patient after that first at bat, working the count.
Schulfan's 30th pitch of the inning on its way. Swung on and missed. Niles goes down on strikes. Cardinals did get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error by the Majors, and 1 man was left on base. Cardinals leading this one 2-0. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Let's go down to Emily for some superhero trivia.
Of course, it is Superhero Day at the ballpark. You saw Iron Man, we saw Captain America, we saw Spider-Man throw at the opening pitch.
Yeah.
Who we missed out there? I think that was everybody.
Yeah, that Spider-Man might have to stick to saving people. The first pitch was in the dirt. So.
Yeah, it was a little in the dirt. I think he was trying to swing it too much, but the web slinger didn't quite work.
Yeah, his hand's a little bit too sticky there.
Green Goblin. Woo! Yeah, that is correct.
Of course, Emily doing some superhero trivia in the stands as well. So growing up, what were your kind of what were the superheroes you used to watch on TV and everything else?
Yeah, Spider-Man was a big one. Batman as well. Like lots of those movies coming out in the early 2000s when I was a young kid. Those
When
were
you were just a wee lad, eh?
yeah, those were my favorite for sure. What about you?
See, I grew up a little bit before then, so I grew up with the original Superman with Christopher Reeves, even though so I grew up with those ones. My brother looked a lot like the baby version of Superman in that thing, so we always watched that one and said, why is my brother on TV? But that's kind of cool. But then on cartoon-wise, I guess it would be Superman, Spider-Man, and his Amazing Friends was on the TV show with Starfire and Iceman, and the great Frank Welker doing the voice of Iceman in that. And of course, then as my brother and sister got older through everything else, we endured the Ninja Turtles for a little bit. And of course, then we saw the Joel Schumacher Batmans and everything else. We saw the Tim Burton Batman was Michael Keaton was always the Batman, and Jack Nicholson with the Joker in that very iconic role, and then we grew through that stuff. But I think honestly my favorite superhero growing up was probably Deadpool, just because again he was like the kind of the anti-superhero.
Yeah,
it was just kind of whatever. He'd have that attitude and everything. It was the merc with the mouth, as they say. I won't let my son watch the Deadpool movies yet because again the language and everything else is just like he's at that age where he still imitates things, so it's like I don't need that. He goes to a Catholic school. I don't need a phone call because of that stuff.
no, definitely not.
Yep. We're going to the top of the second inning here. We'll look at the standings real quick as well. Well, and Jackfish, as we mentioned, 28-10 on the season. The Barry Baycats right on their heels, 24-13. Kitchener Panthers 25-14. As Cleveland Brownlee will come to the bat here for the first time.
Brownlee having a quick chuckle at Superfan there, sitting a little closer to the fence today, so he's going to be getting in the ears of some of these London Majors batters.
He will be, yeah. Brownlee chops the first one he sees. Nicholson's going to take it on the hop, throw to first, and Brownlee's retired. 6-3 goes the putout.
Yep, good recognition there from Nicholson, realizing he had time. Brownlee not a guy who's going to outrun you to first base.
No, he's not. Exactly, no. It was great. I was down in London a couple weeks ago. I got to see Cleveland Brownlee Jr. take batting practice. He hit it off the 402 sign in center field. Then he wrapped up his round.
How old is he?
I think he's like maybe 10, maybe that.
Wow.
8 or 9. Maybe around there somewhere. And then, of course, he came up to the press box and announced his dad, which I thought was an awesome moment, too. As Williams swings and misses at the first offering here.
Peter's seeming like he's recovered okay from what must have been a cramp. Otherwise, he would have come out of the game.
I think he would have come out of the game. But again, maybe he needs the innings too. As that one swung on and missed by Williams, he's got Williams in the hole here at 0-2.
Yeah, we mentioned both these teams struggling a little bit later in this season. Hamilton just 3 wins and 10 losses in the month of July and 1-4 in August. So.
Yeah, 2-8 in the last 10. It's not a good season. As Peters gets the strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, not the time you want to be kind of in a lull with the playoffs quickly approaching. But hopefully they can get back on track.
Yep, Dan Battelle will be the batter now. Definitely a different looking lineup for the Majors as well. Of course, a lot of injuries in this lineup. A lot of guys, Kieran Bowles went to Brantford. He did a lot of catching last year. Was playing at second base last year for them as well during the postseason. See, it's this one, and that's going to be a grab by Duncan. What else can't Duncan do?
Yeah, he's the everyday second baseman, if I'm not mistaken. No, first time ever starting at second base. What a catch. That one looked like it was well over his head, but of course, Tyler Duncan, a pretty tall young man, and able to jump up and grab that one.
Nothing but glove on that one. And the Majors go 3 up, 3 down here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Cardinals leading this one 2-0 as we head to the home half of the second inning. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, no offense to any of the other second basemen who've played this year for the Cardinals, but I'm not sure anybody else gets up that high.
That's some big-time ups there. That's a guy that used to probably play basketball or volleyball or something, too. He just had no problems lunging above that one.
Now taking a hit away from the Majors there to end the inning. Corbin Peters much appreciates that, I'm sure.
Tanner Rempel will lead things off when we come back with the Cardinals batting. Gordon Schulfan working into his second inning of work here. There was some activity down in the Cardinals bullpen. That might have just been somebody trying to stay loose for a later stage here, but they definitely shut it down here, so we'll see. It looks like Peters will probably go next inning here, but it looks like somebody's going down here to have a conversation as well. So we'll see what the game plan is, but we fully expect it to be a bullpen day. A lot of guys will get some innings here, or at least get a look at the London Majors. Maybe they can just take on having a kind of a show-me day here to the pitching coach and the pitching staff and the Cardinals staff. Hey, come postseason, they can put me in this situation, I can do my job.
Yeah, Peter's likely to go about 3 innings, maybe a little less, a little more, but yeah, we're going to see some action from the bullpen today for sure.
Well, we definitely will. Of course, we did mention 3 games on tap today in the Inter-County. Brantford and Toronto in the bottom of the first inning, no score at Christie Pitts. Jackfish and Barrie are at 3:05 to start. Of course, the Jackfish, with a victory, will at least assure themselves of a tie for first place in the standings. As Schoenfeld will come here and face Tanner Rimple. First pitch misses outside for ball number 1 to Rimple.
Rimple had a pretty solid game the other night here at Bernie Arbor. Hamilton taking the lead earlier in this game. They hold a 10-9 record when scoring the first run as that one's hit into left field by Rimple. He's rounding first. He's going to get to second easily with that ball rolling all the way up beside the foul post.
Charlene Joseph better take heed there. Rimple does have some decent wheels that we saw Friday night. He wasn't afraid to just take some bases in a rather unique situation, but he gets himself a double here to start the second inning, and Connor Bowie will be the batter, the right fielder tonight.
The right fielder, number 15, Connor Bowie.
Aiden Muir on deck now. Bowie comes into action batting .310 on the season. 8 RBIs, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts. He's got 9 hits, 29 at bats, so he is qualified for postseason now.
Yeah, we haven't seen him a ton this season, but in those appearances, he has done very well as this one's hit into right center field. And it's going to hang up just long enough for Graham. And Tanner Rimple heading to third base. He's going to have to tag up here, and he's going to get out. Miscommunication there from the Cardinals. I think he thought for sure that ball was dropping.
I thought he thought it was going to drop in, but don't underestimate Byron Reichstein out in right field, and Reichstein tracks down another one. And now it's a 9-4-6 double play.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for the Cardinals with nobody out, now 2 away. We could have had runner on third with 1 out.
Another oddball double play for the Cardinals. We've seen a few of those the last couple of games, and Aiden Muir will now bat here in the 9 spot with 2 away.
Yeah, a wild one the other night, and I think it was the 8th inning that the Cardinals got stuck into a double play.
Yep.
A couple guys.
Well, that was just a great play by Salazzo. He knew he didn't have a chance to get anybody else, so he flipped to second base, and then Dan Mera just realized, okay, we don't have a chance at first, so let's throw it back. I think that was Luis Bernardo got tied up in the middle of that play.
Yeah, and ironically, the Cardinals ended up scoring 7 runs after that double play.
Well, heck, they don't get it in that inning. Then, the woulda, coulda, shoulda. So that's what's lined at the middle for a base hit by Aiden Muir.
So Hamilton missing out on a run there that would have scored on that hit by Muir, but a nice hit right up the middle from Aiden.
Indeed. Back to the top of the order we go for Brandon Nicholson, the shortstop in today's contest. This is one of those guys, we got to get Nicholson on base a little bit more if you're a Cardinals fan. Let him get on base. Let him do his magic. Steal some bases, get into the scoring position, and let somebody else drive him home here.
Yeah, exactly. One of the fastest guys on this Cardinals roster.
So he takes strike 1 on the offering from Schulfand. Nicholson skies this one high to right field. Reichstein tracking it down. He'll make the catch in foul territory, and the inning's over. Cardinals strand a base runner. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base here in the bottom of the second inning. They still lead this contest 2-0. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, some gusty wind today here at Bernie Arbor over towards right center field, but Reichstein able to get to that ball no problem to end the inning.
All right, it's our time for our favorite part of the ball game here anyways. Time for the Swiss Chalet Kids run the bases. Of course, my daughter and I think a couple other guests are coming through here too. My daughter's never done this before, so hopefully she understands. I say just stick in the middle of the pack here and just follow everybody else around the bases. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you just don't want to be the one guy who loses his hat, loses his shoes,
or
trips
takes
and
a header,
falls.
takes a header. Oh, we got to pile up and down the first base line now.
Yeah, that's just a given.
That's just a given here.
We see a couple superhero capes out there as well today.
There goes my daughter in the white jersey out there, so ponytails and everything. Looks like she's doing okay by herself here. She's rounding first. Please don't fall.
Every week I'm surprised by how many kids are out there.
Oh, I know. It's just like Emily's just like the Pied Piper of Hamilton. She sings a little familiar tune, and out they all come here. Of course, my daughter in the Wonder Woman shirt making her way around the base pass. Oh, she didn't touch third, so I'm going to have to razz her about that on the way home here, but that's all right. But it looks like she got winded here, and she finished the base pass, so there we go. She's been indoctrinated officially into the baseball.
Well, you can't get everybody to round the bases perfectly. You can only hope to contain all these children and get them all off the field in time.
Yeah, exactly. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
See a couple kids dressed up. See Hulk down there.
Yep.
Mr. Incredible.
That's another
Spider-Man rounding
third. That's another
third.
great movie, yep. Spider-Man coming around third. Of course, her older brother back in when he was around that little man's age would wear nothing but Spider-Man and Batman costumes everywhere he went. So we'd have to get 2 of each just to make sure we get an ample supply in case, there was oopses and everything else. So that little tyke coming down the line here, too. Gets a high five from Tanner Rempel as he goes around the bases here.
Yeah, another Spider-Man finishing up.
And I guarantee this is exactly what these kids will talk about on the way home tonight and tomorrow and their other buddies and everything else. I went to the baseball game and got a chance to go and run the bases. Of course, Brett Lawson will take over on the hill now. The 6'8" Lawson, the Burlington, Ontario native.
Okay, so that's all we'll see from Peters. 2 solid innings of work there. No runs surrendered. Just the 1 hit, I think, right?
Yep, just the 1 hit. And we expected that today. We're expecting guys to get some work because, of course, the Cardinals only have 3 games left, and of course we'll look at the graphic as it pops up at some point here. Cardinals are Thursday night in Kitchener. Friday night they are against the Brantford Red Sox here at home on Cable 14, and then they close the season out next Sunday afternoon against the Welland Jackfish. Of course, that's a 2:05 start. Make sure you guys get your tickets if you haven't been to Bernie Arbor Stadium, or come watch us on Cable 14 like you have been today.
Yeah, yourself and Reed Duthie mentioned the other night that you'd like to see Brett Lawson come into a game with nobody on and nobody out, so here you go, get the chance to see what he can do.
Go from there. Give him the opportunity to go through and have some fun here. Of course, I've seen Brett Lawson pitch many, many times here, like I've seen Stefan Strecker, and it's just great to see these old guys, the guys that I grew up watching and everything else, still in this league. And, of course, he came here because he wanted to pitch a couple more games in front of his daughter. His daughter, Olivia, I believe, is now 4 on the year. So, it's hard for them to make the trek to Welland. Of course, a Friday night ball game in Welland or a Thursday night game in Welland didn't quite work out for Lawson and his family. But now it's a Sunday afternoon. Who knows? Olivia's probably just round the bases here, too. So we'll see. But great to see Lawson. Of course, he's also been working, of course, since COVID. He started working on the guitar a little bit, so that's kind of cool. He's been doing a lot of jamming, some Pearl Jam on the Facebook videos as well, so it's cool. Who knows? Maybe we'll get him to serenade us before we get a rain out or a rain delay at some point throughout this. So who knows? Maybe no. Maybe he'll turn into a record contract at some point down the line. Brett Graham will lead things off in the top of the 3rd inning here for the London Majors against Brett Lawson. Graham with the unfortunate E4 gave the Cardinals the 2 runs in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Graham just his 4th error on the season, a .960 fielding percentage, so a little bit uncharacteristic of him.
First pitch from Lawson misses outside for ball number 1. That one's in there for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Graham showed bunt. Niles had to creep in here. Rempel creeped in a little bit from first base as well.
Yeah, Niles and Rempel switching places here today. Normally we see Niles over there at first.
And that one's out there for a ball. The plate umpire indicating that Brett Lawson, it was just outside and high. That's 2-1. Driven to right field here. Duncan and company make it over the grab. Connor Bowie with the grab over there.
Bowie going a long way to get that ball. Easily 50, 60 yards run there to catch up to that one. Well in foul territory for the first out.
F9 if you're scoring at home, and Brad Verhoeven will be the batter. Brad Verhoeven, member of the St. Thomas Tomcats Junior Club that went out to the Nationals as the Ontario champions. got eliminated Saturday during the contest. I believe they finished 6th overall in the placement at the Nationals. Of course, the Guelph Silver Creeks from up the road winning the bronze medals. That one's grounded to Duncan. He'll flip to first. 4-3 goes to put out, and there's 2 away as Verhoeven's retired.
That one a much easier play for Duncan than the previous inning. Nice slow roller.
A slow roller, and of course the line drive, he didn't have to reach up and glove anything. And now Will Pollard with a batter with 2 away here in the 9 spot.
Lawson doing a great job so far, making quick work of the first 2 batters.
Lawson's still got the velocity at times, but he doesn't. He also has a good mix of stuff here. He's not going to blast it past you like he used to, that's for sure. But he's definitely going to be able to spot the pitch and have the location here.
Yes, definitely an intimidating presence on the mound, nonetheless.
That one's in there for a strike to Will Pollard. Pollard 9 for 40 on the season, 225 batting average, no home runs, 3 RBIs so far. He fouls this one away out of play, and the count is 0-2. Lawson won championships with the Barrie Bagcats. He went to Toronto. He's been with the Guelph Royals, and now here. Looking to help this out. That check swing. Did he go around? Jeff Rose says yes, he did, and Will Pollard goes down and strikes. It's a flawless inning for Brett Lawson and the Cardinals. 3 up, 3 down. The Majors go here in the top of the 3rd inning. But the Cardinals still lead this one 2-0. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, Brett Lawson just fooling Pollard with that pitch up and in, unable to hold back the swing. First base umpire Jeff Rose letting him know he went around.
He definitely did. Of course, it is Life Labs Superheroes Day here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. Thank you again to our sponsors, Life Labs, for helping us put on today's ball game.
Here at the Nest today. Happy 61st birthday to Greg McLeod. From your love, Erica.
We'll go looking quick again at the Outer Town scoreboard here for you as well. So I hit the refresh button on the old browser. Bottom of the 2nd inning in Toronto. Brantford and Toronto tied at 0-0. Of course, Welland and Barrie does not get underway for another 25 minutes or so in Barrie. The Baycats likely sending Frank Garces to the hill against Guerrero from the Jackfish. That's my guess is what the pitching matchup was today. Of course, the Jackfish wanted to win that game desperately, and they haven't been able to solve Frank Garces this season yet. I believe Garces is 3-0 against them, and if I'm not mistaken, Garces has only given up 2 walks all year.
That's just incredible. 2 walks in a start would be a very good start.
Oh, exactly.
Never mind a season.
But 2 in a season, I think the Cardinals got the 1 walk the one day against them, and he was kind of to be beside himself. He doesn't usually give up 2 walks. But again, he just works fast. He pounds the strike zone, and it's so deadly out there. Jeffrey Nunez is their second guy, but he's not in the conversation behind something. Guys are just worried about placing Garces. Nunez is more than capable of going out there. So is even Evan Souls. So you're going to see some guys like those guys. You have to play the Barrie Baycats in that first round at the best of 5, and it's going to be a very tight series. They like to bang that off in 7 days too. So
that's gotta mess with your head as a player. Seeing that 2 walks all season, you go up there, you're not going to wait for any pitches.
No,
you just know he's not going to throw balls.
He's not going to throw balls. If he does throw the ball, it's going to be very lucky you get one. Bottom of the 3rd inning we go here. And Quentin Cotton will be the batter. Cotton swings and misses at that one. And Schulfand ahead of the count at 0-1. That one's on the outside part of the plate, and Cotton didn't like that call from Dean Oberle, and it's quickly 0-2.
So with just a couple games left in the IBL season, and the Cardinals in a bit of a log jam there in the 6-5-4 spot, who do you think would be an ideal matchup for the Cardinals?
Anybody but the Guelph Royals.
Yeah,
Pretty much anybody but the Guelph Royals, as Schulfand gets Cotton on strikes for the 2nd time this evening, or afternoon anyways. And there's one away. Tyler Duncan, who singled his first time up, will be the batter.
Yeah, you'd have to look at the head-to-head records, but Toronto definitely a tough place to play in. Kitchener, a little bit maybe better matchup-wise for Hamilton, but yeah, definitely don't want to face the Royals come playoff time.
No, especially when they can run out Claudio Custodio and then Hector Yan. When Yan's on his game, he's probably one of the best pitchers in this league. Last night he didn't look too great, but, you know, that was to be expected. He struck out 15 guys here the Friday night beforehand. He was hitting 95 in the 6th inning. 95 in the 6th.
Yeah, that's major league stuff.
Yeah. As Duncan takes a hack at that one and goes behind and swings on that one, that's 1-1.
Duncan with that single in the first inning that started the charge for the Cardinals up to the left side.
It seems like when he gets on base, the guys behind him find a way to bring him home. This one's hit deep to left field here. Left fielder going back. Starling Joseph will can underneath this one. He'll make the catch. Duncan's retired for the second out of the inning. F7 goes the putout if you're scoring at home.
Yeah, that one looked like it might have had a chance there with the wind headed that direction, but just short of the warning track, a well-hit ball by Duncan.
Luis Bernardo will be the batter now with 2 away. He singled and stole a base this last time up. Came home on the E4 in that first inning. Cardinals with 4 hits in the contest so far and 2 runs to show for it. As Bernardo puts a charge into this one in the left field, and that one's going to go off the top of the fence into the strike zone sign. Bernardo on his horse, he's going to go hard for second. Most people thought that one was gone. Even Joseph thought it was gone, so he just kind of half-heartedly went after it, but it hit the top of the strike zone sign and stayed in the yard.
Yeah, Joseph definitely thought that one was going out and kind of waited for the bounce there. But these banners over there on the left side with the wind, they kind of absorb the impact. Doesn't get a huge kick off the wall, so it kind of dies there.
Yeah, it's like it's just hitting to a pillow or something. It's like poof.
I think Bernardo thought it was gone also.
Dennis DeBanning will be the batter now. He reached on an error his last time up. Did bring 2 runs home, but no RBIs. Of course, they can't give him RBIs in a throwing error.
So another double today here for Bernardo after one last night.
If he's seeing the baseball pretty well, it's definitely going to leave Tyler Duncan a lot more protection. If we get Dennis DeBanning swinging behind him too, you know, they're not going to be able to pitch around Duncan.
No, definitely not. And then hopefully you can get Keys back in front of him as well.
That one's going to miss on the outside part of the plate. It's 2 balls and a strike here.
Will definitely be interesting to see once, hopefully, everybody is healthy and back in the lineup who will get the start.
Well, I think you're just going to want to get as many, you know, the guys with the hot hands in there as much as possible here too. So that one's fouled away by Dennis DeBanning. It's now 2 balls and a strike here.
Good job by DeBanning to fend off the breaking ball there from Schulafand.
Schulafand gets the sign from Verhoeven. Looks runner back. The pitch is in there for strike 2 to DeBanning. Counts 2-2.
Schulafand painting that outside half and getting the calls from Dean Oberle. So he'll continue to stay on that side away from these powerful Hamilton hitters. Decent lead at second base from Bernardo, not being held on.
No, not with 2 away anyways. Schulafand is going to step off. You got Bernardo's attention over there, or Bernardo got his attention. And I'll scoot back to second base here. 2 away, 1 run at second base here. Bernardo's got to second base again here. Oh, misses high for a full count now. Got to remind Bernardo, there's nobody in front of you here. Don't run yourself out of a base path here. Schulafand looks in from the sign for Verhoeven. From the stretch, looks back to runner. 3-2 pitch. Is driven but foul down the right field line and out of play. Somebody else with a souvenir for sure.
Yeah, very solid contact there from DeBanning, just a little bit late on that pitch.
DeBanning 42 for 148 on the season, 283. As we mentioned, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. If he gets hot right at this time of year, that'd be great for the Cardinals. 3-2 pitch. Misses outside for a ball. Schulafand thought he had it. Now he's walking around the mound just having a conversation with himself out here. He gets another ball from Verhoeven. DeBanning walks down the first. Josh Niles, who struck out in the first inning, will be the batter.
Number 30, Josh Niles.
Bernardo at second base, Dennis DeBanning at first with 2 away. As Josh Niles comes into the plate to face Schulfand. First pitch is in there for a strike to Niles. Count is 0-1. Cardinals lead the league in strikeouts by a lot. That one misses just outside. It's 1-1. I think that's been part of their problem too. They've been so aggressive at the plate sometimes. They tend to give pitchers a lot of outs here. Trying to do too much with the baseball rather than just putting it in play somewhere and let somebody else do the heavy lifting. Check swing. He went around. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, Niles unable to hold up there. Clearly went around.
Of course, the Cardinals with the lowest batting average in the league as well. So that's part and parcel. When you strike out a lot, you're not going to get a lot of hits. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Runners are going to go up. Where Bernardo is going. Where the heck is Bernardo going on that?
I don't know. He came in on the infield grass.
I thought he thought it was caught or something and changed his mind here.
Yeah, as if
wild pitch, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't know.
Kind of turned like he was going to come home, but touching third base or something.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on here? He got lost out there.
Yeah, he must have thought that was strike 3 somehow. I don't know.
Not sure. I'll have to ask him at some point. Not today. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Niles, and Schul fans got Niles' number for the second time this afternoon. Cardinals strand a pair of base runners. They get no runs. They get 2 hits, no errors. 2 men are left on base, and they're home after the third inning. We'll be back with the top of the fourth inning. Cardinals leading this ball game 2-0. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, Schulafan giving up a couple hits so far in the game, but doing a good job of getting out of it. So it's good to see from him and his return to Hamilton. Definitely a helpful piece for the London Majors moving forward.
Because we're up live in the Burbs down. I'm Neil Sherwas. That's Jarrett Matthews. Thank you so much for tuning us in on Cable 14 on your Sunday afternoon. Another great Sunday afternoon to be at the ballpark, Jarrett. Of course, the Cardinals trying to hang on to this one and get back into the win column, especially with the last week of the season upon us. Cardinals, after the day, have 3 ball games left. They got the Kitchener Panthers on Thursday night, which is going to be a very tough ball game. Mm-hmm. Friday night baseball, of course. This Friday night coming up is the final Friday night baseball game of the regular season. The Brantford Red Sox in town. You can't take these Red Sox for granted whatsoever anymore. As you see the graphic pop up on the screen as well, there's Tyler Duncan taking a big hack. Ethan Hammond Sharzan with the great photos again. Again, thanks to Ethan for all those photos this year as well. But yes, they got to definitely get on a roll here. Of course, then they have the tough Welland Jackfish to end the season on Sunday.
Yeah, London found out the hard way last night in Brantford, falling 10-1 at Arnold Anderson Stadium. So, Hamilton,
of course, in that ball game, we had an immaculate inning in the top of the 6th inning, which doesn't happen too often.
No, especially against a couple of those batters, very big bats.
Cleveland Brownlee was in that immaculate inning. I'm just like, he went down on 3 strikes, and it's just like, of course, for the casual viewer, the immaculate inning is pitcher throws 9 strikes in the inning and gets out of the inning on 9 pitches. Doesn't happen too often, but when it does happen, you got to make a big deal of it. And Brett Lawson will go back out here to work here at the top of the 4th inning with the Cardinals leading 2-0.
Yeah, Cardinals looking to hold on to a 2-0 lead and hopefully extend on it. They've lost 5 straight here at home despite all these big crowds cheering them on. That goes back to July 21st.
Number 22, Byron Reichstein.
That was one of my, I guess the last time they won was the last time just before my London trips, I guess. Byron Reichstein will lead things off. He grounded out 4-3 in the first inning, as the Cardinals just faced the minimum so far here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, and we nearly had a win on Friday night in what would have been the game of the year, for at least for the Hamilton Cardinals, if not the IBL.
Oh, exactly.
Down 11-2, I think it was at one point,
yep.
And battled back, got a run or 2 in the 7th, and then put up 7 in the 8th inning, and nearly tied it with the tying run at third base, and I think the winning run was over at first.
The winning run was at first, yeah. The go-ahead run was at first, and then that line drive that Jose Vinicio, the magician, pulled out of his hat again. He's going to be called the Great Vinicio in my books from now on. I'm going to have to go get him some sort of shirt or something and give him some sort of nickname. But you've been called the magician now. Congratulations. You got the conductor at third, and you got the magician at shortstop, so I think you're in good hands. That one misses outside. It's 3-1 as Lawson's trying to battle here against Reichstein.
Austin taking a bit of a breather here.
Grip from the baseball a
Getting some
little bit.
grip, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't dusted up enough or played up or something.
Don't see the rosin bag out there.
No. It's definitely got to be hot out there, too, in the sun. 26 degrees was the scheduled temperature. And that one misses outside. It's a leadoff walk to Byron Reichstein here in the 4th inning.
You know, of all the improvements that have been made this season for the Cardinals, one thing that goes a little bit unnoticed is the grass out here.
Oh, exactly.
Much greener than it was last year. We had
much greener. It
poor sprinkler system that wasn't working properly last season. You can notice a huge difference this year, especially in even the hops in the infield as well. A lot less bad ones.
A lot less bad ones, which thankfully that's a good thing here.
Yeah, the grounds crew doing a good job. City of Hamilton.
Tommy Reyes-Cruz, who singled in the 1st inning, will be the batter now, with Reichstein leading off at first. Reyes-Cruz fouls this one away. The hit and run was on the pitch. Majors aren't afraid to do that in pretty much any count. Manager Rube Channerdat likes to keep things moving and try to force the defense to make plays behind him. Lawson will go from the stretch again. He'll look in for them sign for Maidenmuir. Lawson throws back over the first. Reichstein dives back in safely. And Reichstein's going to have another visit with the Tide Pods when they get home. Cardinals wearing their white uniforms on a Sunday. I guess they're Sunday whites or Sunday's best, I guess.
Yeah.
Majors wearing their road grays, and this one's hit down the first baseline and past Reichstein. That's going to be going for a base hit. Runners at first and second now with nobody away to start the Majors' 4th inning.
Yeah, Hamilton wearing the whites today. Blacks usually on Friday nights. It was a little bit interesting seeing on Friday the navy blue uniforms against the black shirts, but gray and white pants, I guess, helps differentiate that.
It does.
Fielder, number 7, Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph had grounded into a double play his last time up. Will be the batter. He's 0 for 1. Joseph is probably one of the most intense competitors in this league, especially when he strikes out. Lawson's offering to Joseph is swung. Oh, it's going to be inside anyways. Joseph showing bunt here. Major's just trying to get back in this ball game, put runners in the scoring position.
Yeah, Niles pretty deep there with the runner at second on his way to third. So it might be a good opportunity here for Joseph.
Especially with the right-handed batter up here, so
and
Niles has to stay close to third.
Nobody out for Lawson as well.
This one's tagged by Joseph to deep to center field. Center fielder going back. Cotton is not going to get to this one. It's going to leave the yard as Starling Joseph hits another one here at Bertie Arbor Stadium. The Majors now leading this one 3-2.
Yeah, and Lawson shaking his head, wishing he had that pitch back. Just left it over the middle of the plate for Starling Joseph, and he made absolutely no mistake. It was a no-doubter there to right center over the KX94-7 sign. Center fielder Cotton never even had a chance to get near the wall.
No, it didn't. It just left in a hurry, and he pretty much knew it was gone off the bat. Lawson did as well, as Joseph hits another home run, and the Majors now lead this one 3-2.
Quite the celebration there from the Majors. They're pretty happy to take a 3-2 lead.
Number 35.
It's the little things, and of course, this is the things you want to build on going to next weekend, especially the postseason as well. And Cleveland Brownlee, the elder statesman of the IBL, will be the batter now. Of course, Brownlee collecting home run 135 recently. Just an absolute great guy to talk to. He remembers your name, even if you've only talked to him maybe once or twice. Just a great, great guy. Of course, he gives the London Majors, it gives Rube Channerdat and Scott Dart so much credit as Brownlee pops this one high in the air. We'll finish that thought afterwards. Duncan underneath that one.
Duncan, no stranger to a high fly ball, especially on that right side. He's almost in right field making that grab.
Yep. But yes, so once Cleveland Brownlee got his business started, the Better Bin Company, and not trying to plug it or anything, but if you ever need a bin, he is definitely expanding in through Ontario. But he tributes Roop and Scott for making everything he is and giving him a home here in London. And just making him feel like a very big part of that London community, in which now he is, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that one misses outside to Josh Williams for ball number 1. One away here in the top of the fourth inning. The London Majors have taken the lead 3-2 here on the 3-run blast by Starling Joseph. And that one is in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1 to Josh Williams, who struck out in the second inning.
Yeah, so that base path error by the Cardinals already coming back to haunt them just a little bit. Could have been a 3-3 ball game right now. But lots more to play in this game. We're only here in the top of the fourth inning.
Williams slices this one foul down the left field line and out of play off the top of the fence anyways. Almost off the Hamilton Mobile Car Wash sign in left field. Two-two offering is fouled away again, and somebody else is getting a souvenir, probably in their windshield if we're not careful.
Yeah, it's actually pretty surprising how little cars we see get hit at this park with so many.
You would think you would see a lot more, especially where people park here. They just don't realize it's a baseball game.
Yeah, I've probably only seen one or two actually get hit.
Williams fouls another one out. Well,
Williams making me regret saying that with my car parked over there as well.
I think we're back behind the tennis court, so I think I'm safe because that's where we usually get here early enough to do so. But Lawson's got him on the ropes again. He got 2-2. 2-2 pitch is chopped to second base. Tyler Duncan going to scoop this one up. He'll flip to second, over to first. 4-3 goes your put out, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, Duncan looking very comfortable so far. He's had to make 4 or 5 plays already in this game.
My guess is he probably was an infielder at some point in his career here. Of course, he was part of the BC championship teams, I believe in midget, and probably I think the first year in junior way out in BC. So maybe he played some infield there too. So he does have a lot of hardware on his display case. As that one strike one here to Dan Battelle. Battelle who lined out to Duncan the last time out on that reach out and glove one by Duncan in the second inning. Fouls this one off to the left side. Yeah, somebody's going to have a whole bucket full of souvenirs on that left field sign. Those kids out in the parking lot are just having a heyday.
Yeah.
Mom, we got a whole dozen baseballs. All we need is a bat now. 0-2 pitch. This is outside. Good miss by Lawson on that one.
There was one time, I think it was earlier this season or late last season, that a bat actually did end up going flying into that left side
I wouldn't
bleacher.
be surprised. I would not be surprised because some guys just don't use grip and everything else. They don't use batting gloves. They don't use power and tire. Lawson's 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He gets Patel on strikes, but the damage has been done. There's a major strike for 3 runs on 2 hits. There's no errors and nobody left on base here in the top of the fourth inning. Majors leading the Cardinals 3-2. Back with the Cardinals in the home half of the fourth inning. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, and speaking of bats, earlier this season, I think, who was it? Dennis Tabanning, who had like 3 broken bats in a row in the same game. That was costly for sure.
That was an expensive at bat. It's like, okay, he's got to go back with a composite bat, right? I'm pretty sure I saw Tyler Duncan go to reach him once and no, you're not using my bat. No.
Aluminum.
Yep, you're going to use something else. Go get a broomstick.
Yeah, Shula Fan coming back out for the London Majors. Doing pretty well. Got himself into a couple tough spots, but able to navigate those. Minus that one error that cost the Majors 2 runs. They've been pretty solid.
Exactly. If you don't get that error, it's a 3-0 ball game for the Majors right now.
Yeah.
Tanner Rempel will lead things off in the home half of the fourth inning. He got a double in the second inning. And got retired on that unfortunate base running mistake. I won't say it was a mistake. I think he thought it was down and not enough communication from the third base coach. Or he was not paying attention to what the third base coach was doing. And he got thrown out 9-4-6 on the double play.
You ever seen, I think after some of the NHL games, they have a deserve-o-meter who is supposed to win the game based on expected goals, expected saves. It would be interesting to see these teams' records in games they deserve to win or perhaps one that they didn't deserve to win.
Well, we will have to definitely factor it into next year. Well, you and I will have to sit down and come up with some sort of criteria before games and just do something like that. So I've had an absolute blast calling games with you this summer and hope to have you back. Hope to be back next summer as well. And of course, we got postseason coming up too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Very much looking forward to the postseason.
Then you're off to the curling rink, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's right. Less than a month away. We'll be curling starting in Oakville.
Nice.
In late August. Yep.
So you do that with your brother, or?
Yep. So I'm on a competitive team with a few guys that I've curled with for a long time and played against for many years. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to play some top teams around the world.
Nice. Tanner Rempel takes strike one on the outside part of the plate as we're back into action here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Majors leading this one 3-2 on the 3-run blast by Starling Joseph. That one's in there for a strike, and Rempel behind the counter 0-2. Shortenfeld definitely going out there with a purpose today. Gets the sign. 0-2 pitch. It's popped in the air here in the infield. Looks like catcher going for it, and not going anybody going to get it to this one as they couldn't call each other off, and I don't think the first baseman saw it at all. Josh Williams definitely didn't see it.
Yeah, it looked like he got caught up in that sun on him. Definitely a catchable ball for both those guys, but unable to get there. Tanner Rempel getting away with one after doubling in his first at bat down the left field line.
That was definitely more of the first baseman's ball. The catcher with the equipment and everything else trying to chug down the line there is not going to get to that one too easily. And okay, we'll do with an 0-2 count the Tanner Rempel from Schoenfeld. 0-2 pitch on its way. This is in the dirt. It's 1-2.
Yeah, another beautiful day here at the ballpark. We've had an incredible season in terms of weather, considering how much rain there's been.
We've only had
over the
one
last
rain
couple
out at
months. Only one home rainout, yeah.
That was a Sunday afternoon, the July 2nd game. We were supposed to come up and do it, so we wound up going all the way to the States and bought a bunch of drink mixes and cereal boxes for the kiddos.
Yeah.
This one's lined down the third base line. That's going to fair ball into the corner, and Rempel will make the turn and think about going to second. He's chugging hard. Joseph's throw is going to be off line here, and Rempel's in there safely with a double.
Rempel almost finding the exact same spot on the baseball diamond there, right down that left field line, almost to the pole. That one not quite to the warning track, but deep enough. He's able to slide into second safely.
Dan Bedell almost got the glove on that one, but unfortunately not. And Rempel now at second base for Connor Bowie. Bowie hit the missile to right center field last time out and came away with nothing. Hoping to do the same thing here this time with better results.
No action so far either going on in either bullpen, so it looks like Lawson will likely come out to start.
That one's chopped to the shortstop. Rempel has to hold. They'll throw to first and get Bowie. 6-3 goes to put out, and there's one away.
Nice scoop there from the first baseman Williams to secure that out. Tanner Rempel, no choice but to stay at home there.
Going to bring up Aiden Muir, who singled his last time up.
So the catcher, number 45.
Getting the start today. A lot of guys trying to qualify for the postseason here. Muir among them, of course, you never know. Never have a plentiful bat of catchers, that's for sure, especially when it comes to postseason. Collisions at plates, injuries, everything else. Muir has 10 at-bats so far. It's actually 11 at-bats come into action here, so he definitely got some work to do to qualify for postseason. That one's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. So now he's got 13 plate appearances, still needs another 11 between now and next weekend.
Yeah, Muir 1 for 1 already in this game.
Takes the ball outside to even the count at 1-1.
Would love to have a base hit here to tie it.
Of course, in the second inning, if that run doesn't get, if Muir comes up the bat with runners on, at least Rempel at second base, he would have scored another run. It would be a 3-3 ball game. That one misses high. It's 2-1 from Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld in for the sign from Verhoeven. 1-2 pitch. Sorry, 2-2 pitch now. 3-1, sorry. No, I thought the appeal to the second base umpire, or actually first base umpire, who's at second base.
Yeah.
Jeff Rose says he did not go around. It's 3-1. Of course, the three-man umpire crew once again. Of course, comes the postseason and elimination games. You'll see the four-man crew toted out in all the IBL stadiums.
Yeah, definitely good to have that, especially with the lack of video replay. You want as many eyes on the game as possible.
That one misses outside, and Muir will take the one-out walk here. Sorry, got the one-out walk.
Shulafan a little frustrated with himself on that one. Gonna have to reset.
To the top of the order.
And the top of the order will come up to the bat now. Brandon Nicholson, who's 0 for 2 in the contest, will be the batter.
Yeah, Nicholson been struggling a little bit as of late. Still batting .250 on the season.
Definitely one of these guys that definitely needs to get hot is Brandon Nicholson. We get him hot come postseason here. It's going to be awful deadly in that top half of the order.
Yeah, Nicholson homered in the last game on Wednesday versus the London Majors. So he'd love to do that again.
Pops this one foul as he squares around the bunt. Not a bad idea here as the infield has to come in now.
Yeah, and all fast guys on base, so it'd be a tough play anywhere.
It definitely would be. Just got to stay out of the double play here and get some runners around in the scoring position.
Yeah.
Shulafan looks from the sign. A 1 pitch on its way. Misses outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs unfortunately playing 5 games in 5 days, so that's game number 5 here today for them. That bullpen must just be absolutely tired. And they got tomorrow off, and they got to go play Kitchener in the resumption of a ball game from a couple weeks ago. This one's lined in the left field by Nicholson. It's going to get down, and the bases will be loaded here for Quinn Cotton.
Yeah, nice base hit there from Nicholson. Got some good wood on that. Unfortunately, almost too well hit that no run was able to score on the left side there.
Starling Joseph was able to take that on a 1 hop and throw it back in the infield. That's one guy's arm I definitely would not go on is Starling Joseph's.
That's right.
Going to have another mound visit out here just to talk to Shulafan, probably just remind him what he has to do in this situation here.
Now Cotton coming to the dish here with the bases loaded. Hitless today, 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts as well.
Dan Battelle coming into the mound as well. Looks like the shortstop creeping in too, so maybe this is about the positioning here too in the defense. Tells the shortstop what to do as well, so I guess, yeah, that was probably instructions as far as what to do. Who's covering what on this position in case Cotton decides to square around here, and probably remind them, hey, everybody on this base path can run pretty fast, so you're going to have to get rid of the baseball in a hurry here.
Cardinals batting .315 as a team with the bases loaded this season. 41 RBIs, just 1 grand slam from the team.
I remember one time we didn't have a home run for quite some time. It was like 6 or 7 games into the season.
Yeah.
Cotton hits his first offering from Shulafan, foul, and the count is 0-1.
Cotton 0 for 3 this season with the bases loaded, so he's looking to change that.
Rempel at third, Aiden Muir at second base, and Brandon Nicholson at first. As Quinn Cotton bats. A 1 pitch. He is in there for strike 2. Cotton did not like that call again from Dean Oberle.
These are definitely the situations going forward for the rest of the season, the playoffs, that guys are going to have to clutch up and come through big for this team if they want to make a run.
Well, exactly.
Especially with 1 and 2 outs.
Shulafan looks in for the sign. 0-2 pitch on its way to Cotton. It's high for ball number 1. It's 1-2. Still scoreless out of town. Bottom of the 3rd inning in Toronto now between the Red Sox and Maple Leafs. Jackfish and Barry Baycatch just underway. Of course, I'll be in Kitchener next weekend to make the call with Patrick Melbourne on the Barry Baycats into Kitchener. We'll miss you guys in the booth up here. This one's popped foul out of play over our heads here. And it's 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 away here, and a 1-2 count to Cotton. 1-2 pitch on its way. Misses outside for a ball. Cotton did a double look on that one. Make sure the plate umpire, Dean Oberle, wasn't going to ring him up on it. It's now 2-2. I think the only thing we have to request for next year is a little taller chairs.
Yeah.
That one misses high. It's now a full count at 3-2. Runners won't be going as there's only 1 away here.
Yeah, anything but the double play is great here for Cotton. Or I guess also an infield pop-up would not be very good either.
An infield fly would not be good either. 3-2 pitch from Schoenfeld on his way. Misses low for ball number 4, and Quentin Cotton earns the walk.
Great eye there from Cotton, able to lay off that one in the dirt. Not easy to do with a full count and the bases loaded.
It is definitely not able to do this.
Trigger happy.
Cardinals tie the ball game on the bases loaded walk by Schulafand. And Tyler Duncan, the always dangerous one, will be the batter now with the bases loaded and 1 away.
Yeah, Hamilton could not pick a better guy to have at the plate in this scenario.
Here's Schulafand. You know you got to put it somewhere in the strike zone. Just hope he doesn't hit it over the fence here. Duncan's got a single and flown out to left field his last time up. He's been in a lot more things to the opposite field of late. He hit a home run, like his 14th of the season was to left field, where he usually puts everything to right. That first pitch from Schulfeld misses for a ball here.
Yeah, most of his home runs have come over that right center field wall here anyways.
Moonshot after moonshot out to right here. He hits a lot of home runs in Guelph as well, against the Royals too. But it seems to like to hit in Hastings Stadium. He likes to hit in London. He's had a couple, I think, in Brantford as well, but I'm not sure. We'll double check that. Might have been against Brantford. It's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to score a run. And the Cardinals lead this one 4-3.
Wild pitch there from Schulafan, unable to block that as Verhoeven. So another run comes in for free for the Cardinals. They take a lead.
Aiden Muir gets the free pass home here. Brandon Nicholson on his way to third base.
Looks like they're going to call a balk here on Schulafan, or is it intentional walk?
They're going to just put him on base to get the forces loaded. In that situation, I don't want to face Tyler Duncan either.
No, yeah.
You got bases available here. Might as well put him on and let Luis Bernardo and Dennis Banning take some swings here. Intentional base on balls for Tyler Duncan as you take the bat out of your best hitter's hands here.
Yeah, so a big chance now for Bernardo, getting to come up with the bases loaded once again.
Cardinals leading this one 4-3 now. That one gets away again, and that's going to score another run. It's 5-3 as the Cardinals lead.
Schulafan having a bit of a tough inning here.
And that is going to get the bullpen going a lot faster than intended here as manager Roop Chanderdat sending down 2 catchers and 2 pitchers, so getting themselves some options here.
Yeah, Schulafan just needs to settle down here, put the ball in the catcher's hands. Still struggling to find that zone now, 2-0.
Yep. He's come undone here in the 4th inning, that's for sure. 2-0 pitch to Bernardo. Is lined into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Devaney's going to come in. Duncan running his horse behind him. He's going to come in safely. And the Cardinals make it 7-3 here in this ball game.
2 more RBIs for Bernardo. That'll put him close to 40 on the season, I think. So
very close to 40 indeed. 37 coming into that. 39 now. 1 away from 40 for the catcher, Luis Bernardo, of course, the DH today.
Yeah, I think he's 5th or 6th in the IBL in RBIs. Now he might climb up that list a little bit, but right among the top RBI getters across the league.
Runner now at first base with just 1 away here as the Cardinals continue to bat in this 4th inning. And Dennis DeBanning now takes a strike on the outside part of the plate for Jordan Schulfeld. Swung on and missed. Bernardo goes in there with a stolen base. He's going to, thought about going to third and then changed his mind. The ball didn't get that far away.
Yeah, I think Bernardo just trying to draw a throw over there to third on the quick reaction.
Stolen base will go in the books for Bernardo, his 2nd of the ball game. Yeah, Bernardo's 3 for 3 in the contest as well.
Got a good jump on that one. Attempted hit and run there with DeBanning swinging and missing.
DeBanning will now work with an 0-2 count against him. Schulfand definitely in deep thoughts out on the mound here as the shortstop and second baseman still conversing with Bernardo at second base. Not sure if Bernardo tore his pants there, and that's why they're pointing out to him or what, but he's holding on to it like he did something. 0-2 pitch. It's driven to the shortstop. Bernardo will go to third. Long throw for the shortstop over to first. They'll get DeBanning. Bernardo moves all the way to the third base now with 2 away. DeBanning retired 6-3 on the putout.
DeBanning trying to jump in on that hit parade. Getting a little bit too eager and on top of that ball. Able to advance the runner, though.
Exactly. Josh Niles will be the 9th batter of the inning for the Cardinals as everybody's batted in this inning. Niles 0 for 2 in the contest with a pair of strikeouts. Cardinals got 2 in the first inning. Majors got their 3 in the top of this inning. As Niles swings and misses at that offering, and it's 0-1. Cardinals got 0-2. Cardinals got 5 runs in this inning so far, and are still batting on another chance for another run at third base.
Niles a little bit
Shoulder
shaken
maybe?
up there.
Shoulder or neck, I'm not sure what.
Something on that last swing seemed to bother him. Yeah, it looked like maybe his shoulder.
Definitely twerked something here.
Looks like he's going to be all right and stay in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely something with his shoulder because he's putting it above his arm, trying to just loosen it up a little bit or maybe pinch something or tweak something. The Cardinals have definitely been a banged-up crew, that's for sure.
Yeah, pretty strange, even though you see during the most of the games that not a lot of like obvious injuries per se, but a lot of guys just it's a long season. And
it is. 42 games is
pretty taxing.
It's a pretty taxing grind, especially in a short period of time. A lot of these guys working a real depth job too. Niles fouls that one off.
Still feeling the effects.
I'm not sure if it was a shoulder. It looks like it might be his shoulder, might be his elbow. I'm not sure yet.
Gonna at least finish this at bat anyways.
Or at least try to anyways. That one's in there for strike 3. Niles goes down looking on strikes for the third time this afternoon.
Niles very unhappy with himself after that. I think he's a little bit more angry that he's not feeling too great right now.
Cardinals get 5 runs on 3 hits. There was no errors. One man was left on base here in the 4th inning. Cardinals leading this ball game 7-3. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Okay, fans, I have
Emily down on the field. Got another game going on here between two young fans.
time for Dizzy Bat.
Oh, we're going to try out Dizzy Bat here.
We got this, so.
They got tees out here this time. Usually it's the bat.
And the bat
Usually you have to do the bat and then prop it everything.
Yeah.
This is a batting tee. Well, this is going to be an interesting twist on this one. They got to hit the bat. They hit the ball after they're done here or what?
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling you're going to see them take out the tee underneath the bat here.
Yeah.
Or
this is
underneath
gonna-
the ball.
Oh, my goodness. This could be bad. There we go.
Oh, they got him.
They got him. An interesting twist on that. That's the first time I've ever seen. Of course, they run into London and in Welland where the guys just have to run down the line after. But this is the first time I've ever seen. They actually have to hit that off the tee at the end.
Yeah.
Props to the Cardinals. No problems. Going back up here in the Bird's Nest, I'm Neil Sherwoth, Jared Matthews. Thank you so much for tagging along with us on Cable 14. Brett Lawson back out here for the 5th inning. Trying to get himself in the position to win now.
Yeah, Lawson giving up those 3 runs in the top half of the 4th, but the Cardinals responding very well with 5 of their own, so a little bit of room to work for him. He's able to stay in the game and get some more action.
Cardinals finally getting the bats going for a little change and getting the benefit of some questionable pitches by Jordan Schulfan. Brett Graham will lead things off here in the 5th inning for the Majors.
Yeah, Schulafan, a couple walks in that inning, and then a couple wild pitches in and around the dirt and outside that weren't able to be contained by the catcher that cost them, I think it was 2 runs there.
Exactly. Of course, if you're the Cardinals, you definitely got to bank on those and just build on those things as you go forward into the last week of the season here. As Lawson is getting loose behind the mound here. Tall guy's got to stretch down the grass there. That's probably got to be quite the hike. Brett Graham will lead things off. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. He flew it to right field in the 3rd inning. Takes strike 1 on the outer half here from Lawson. Top of the 5th here. Cardinals leading the London Majors 7-3, and 1-3 contest in the IBL on this Sunday afternoon. Chop to the shortstop. Nicholson up the throw and long throw across. One hopper by Rebel makes the grab, but he falls over, but holds on to the baseball. And Jeff Rose right there on top of the plate, the first base umpire with the call for out number 1. 6-3 goes the put out.
An awesome play on both ends of that play there. Nicholson striding to his right, able to dig that right foot in and make a great throw over on one hop to Tanner Rempel, who lays out to make the grab, keeping his foot on the bag. Good to see that from Nicholson after a little bit of struggles on Friday.
For Nicholson, well, he's primarily an outfielder with the Welland Jackfish, but he did play shortstop at Canisius College, no less. That one's in there for a strike to Brad Verhoeven. Verhoeven with the 1 home run against the Kitchener Panthers this year, his first home run of the season and the first home run of the career. Takes a ball high to even the count at 1-1. I called that one too. Jeez. I've been around, seen a lot of guys hit home runs all over the place.
Yeah, especially this year, what do you called games at least 3 or 4 stadiums,
Yeah,
haven't you?
Yeah. The only place I've been to every ballpark except for Guelph, which is my hometown, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to Welland. So who knows? Maybe come postseason we'll get to both places. We'll see. As Verhoeven swings and misses that offering, it's 1-2. No, but it's been a lot of fun, and thanks to everybody for having us in all the various ballparks. But we're definitely been glad to call a lot of games here on Cable 14 with you and Reed Duffy as well.
Yeah, hopefully everybody at home has enjoyed the much improved coverage this season.
It's nice not to have to do everything, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is nice not having to set up all that and commentate alone. It's a much easier job with another person.
Yeah. Will Pollard with the batter now here with 2 away as Brett Lawson seems to be settling back in here. That one misses outside. You're going to hold the glove on it. If he gets the glove on it, chances are Dean Orblay gives him that call. Just like it just went off the glove there, and that's the difference why he didn't get the call on the strike. It's ball 1 instead. Pollard is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd inning. As Lawson worked the 3-up, 3-down inning in the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm curious who we're going to see next out of the bullpen from Hamilton. We saw Bott the other night on Friday.
He swings and misses and evens the count at 1-1.
Strecker likely will come in late in the game today.
I would think so. He hasn't pitched in a few days, unless he pitched yesterday. I didn't look at the line score from yesterday yet.
Of course, Corbin Peters already pitched, and this one is popped into center field. Cotton moving over, had to travel quite a ways, but he makes the grab. It was a pretty well-hit ball, and that'll end the inning. No runs come in there for London on no hits. Score remains 7-3 for your Cardinals as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're watching watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball live on Cable 14.
Brett Lawson doing the job here in the 5th inning, settling down. He's now retired 6 in a row again, and those are what the kind of innings you want to see out of a big guy like that. Brett Lawson just coming in and changing the eye level of some guys here too, and likely we'll see a new pitcher. No, I mean, yes, looks different. I think we got a different pitcher out there. There might be Sultan. I can't count. Got a T-shirt toss going on as well, so you and I need to duck out of the way here in case Emily throws one up here.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Neil, but I'm very excited to see these crowd sizes come playoff time.
Well, exactly.
We're going to be able to pack this stadium, get at least 2,000 people in here, I'd say.
That would be nice to see. 2,000 people would be a great number here. I'd love to see the right field line full for a change. That'd be great to see. The left field's been full so many times. Of course, the main grandstand's been full pretty much every game we've done here. If you haven't been a chance out to Bernie Arbor Stadium, go to the Cardinals website, get your tickets for the next week of action, and maybe even get the postseason tickets as they'll go on sale later this week once we know the playoff opponents and the start times as well. Because, of course, with the way the schedule is right now and the way the standings are, the Cardinals, if they were to ring off 3 and everybody else in front of them were to drop a couple, they might slink back into 4th place. Hard to say.
Yeah, it really is. Got a bit of a tough schedule remaining. You got the Welland Jackfish on the next Sunday, as well as Brantford. Always tricky to play against them.
Robert Mackey on the hill for the London Majors here to start the top of the 5th inning. The home half of the 5th inning. Cardinals leading this one 7-3. Jordan Schulfeld goes 4 innings, gives up 7 runs. On 9 hits in the contest. Got into trouble with the walks that last half inning, and a couple of wild pitches as well didn't help his cause either. But the Cardinals now leading this one 7-3. Of course, this is a very important game for the Cardinals and the Majors. Of course, the Cardinals win this ball game. Should the Majors and Cardinals finish tied in the standings, the Cardinals will win the tiebreaker as they'll win the season series 4-2. We'll have to worry about runs scoring against, thankfully, so that'll be one less mathematical formula Herb Morrell has to worry about. And Tanner Rempel will lead off the inning here. He's got a pair of doubles so far in the contest.
Yeah, Rempel hitting both those balls right down the left field line, one over the head of the third baseman and one under the glove. So we'll see if that trend continues.
I'm Dan Patel after I've seen him hit 2 down the line here. Maybe I'd cheat a little more towards the line here.
I think so.
That one misses outside, and it's 1-1. Swung on and missed by Rempel. It's 1-2. Mackey with a 6.10 ERA, 10 and a third innings pitched. 6 strikeouts on the season. This is outside to even the count at 2-2. Rempel will be followed by Bowie and Eden Muir in this inning. He chops this one to the third base side. Shortstop up with it. Be a long throw. They're going to get Rempel easily. 6-3 goes the putout, and there's one away.
Replay there from the shortstop. Reyes Cruz able to charge in on that ball. A softly hit grounder to the left side by Rempel. Unable to run out that one.
Connor Bowie now the right fielder will be the batter. 0 for 2 in the contest.
Bowie made solid contact on that one ball that ended up being caught.
The right fielder, number 15, Connor Bowie.
You see the outfield now shifting that way towards more right field than anything with Bowie up here. Charlie Bowman. Now behind the plate by the looks of it. That one gets away.
So you saw a couple pitches get by the catcher there in the bottom of the fourth. Wonder if that had anything to do with the change or if it was just got to get some more reps in.
I think it's probably Bowman needed some more qualification numbers and everything else too. Guys just like to split games here too.
That one fouled right off the back catcher.
As Charlie Bowman takes over behind the plate now for Brad Verhoeven. Of course, junior players on the junior card don't have to qualify for the postseason because it's assumed they have enough bats in their junior schedule. But if you're a junior signed to a senior card, you do have to you're subject to the same qualification rules as a senior player is. That one's going to hit Connor Bowie in the backside. He'll take his way down to first base here with one away.
Charlie Bowman.
Aiden Muir will be the batter now. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored his last time up.
The catcher, number 45, Aiden Muir.
Yeah, Muir getting on base both times at the plate already, looking to flip it over to the top of the lineup, get Nicholson back at the plate.
We've got scores in other inter-county ball games now as that one's fouled down the right field line. Toronto up 6-0 on the Brantford Red Sox in the top of the fourth inning. The Maple Leafs bats must have exploded for some baseballs in the bottom of the third. Well, and Jackfish top of the second inning leading the Barrie Baycats 1-0 in Barrie. In a game with lots of playoff implications. Chop to the second baseman. He'll flip to second for the force out. Back to first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And the Cardinals are retired 3 up, 3 down here in the fifth inning. But they do lead this ball game 7-3 as we're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, just about a worst-case scenario there for Aiden Muir. A soft grounder to the right side. Pretty easy double play for the Majors. He almost was able to run it out, but not quite. As Emily's back out on the field, looks like we're going to do the tire race again here.
The McPhail Otter tire race is one of our personal favorites.
Yeah, I'd love to see the stats on the red tire versus the white tire.
What
White
happened
one
to the
looks a little lighter.
Yeah, what happened to the yellow tire? Was the yellow tire just too heavy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, goodness. Almost went over the top of the tire that time.
Yeah, he almost ran himself over with that.
Got to keep the wheel on the road here. Oh, no, the tire fell over just at the finish line. It looks like we got a winner.
The sixth inning tire race is brought to you by McPhail Auto Services. This inning is
red tire 3-0 on the season over the white tire. Yellow tire, a couple wins in there as well.
Oh, yeah. What if we're going to do the fast food race again today so we get some more puns? I absolutely broke Reed Duffy Friday nights with some of those puns. He just like face down to his laptop.
Yeah, he
We
does
broke
strike
him.
me as a guy who would like a good pun.
Yeah, he definitely liked it. I think we just definitely broke him on that one. Wasn't. It was one pun too many, and that was it. I didn't know I was a pundit, but that's we go.
Yeah, I think Hot Dog has won the last 3 races in a row.
Yep. Well, I think the pizza costume, I think, just has got so much.
Not nearly as aerodynamic as a
Yeah,
hot dog.
I think it is, and it's just the wind resistance. Sometimes you make the big turn at second base or at third, and it just slows you right down. As Lawson's going to go out here for an inning number 4 here. At least to start this one, we do have dual barrel. Looks like we do have a pitcher throwing down there, and I think Stefan Strucker is getting loose as well down there. No, Strucker's actually stopped throwing, so I guess it's just somebody else before Strucker. But we were pretty much informed it is going to be something of pretty much a bullpen day, as Brett Lawson will go out here to start the top of the 6th inning. Cardinals leading this one 7-3. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Neil Sherwaswa. Jarrett Matthews is my partner this afternoon. And Byron Reichstein will lead things off for the London Majors to start the 6th inning as we're back to their top of their order.
Yeah, Reichstein 0 for 1 with a walk today.
Walk and a run scored. Reichstein been in this league a long time.
Batting .327 this season, so not slowing down yet.
No, Ramble's still got a lot of gas in the tank, that's for sure. So he hits this one to left field, but foul.
Oh, right towards McLovin. Oh, he just went over.
McLovin is still intact. I don't think he's caught any baseballs this year.
You would think for a baseball glove that size, you would get a lot more foul ball catches.
You would think so, but I guess it's just, again, where they position it right behind the third base side here, and it just doesn't. It either goes over there and over his head. That one misses outside, and it's 1-2. Not a bad spot to miss if you're Lawson. You don't want Reichstein getting anything in his wheelhouse where he can punish the baseball like Sterling Joseph did. 1-2 pitch from Lawson on its way. Driven to left field and high up there. Josh now is giving it chase. He'll make the grab, and there's one away.
That sore shoulder, not holding back. Josh Niles on the defensive side anyways.
Well, maybe he got some work done to it between innings here or something. And maybe some A5, 3-5, or whatever it is, deep cold, whatever the heck they call it these days.
Yeah, no trouble getting to that ball, well in foul territory.
Reichstein retired F5 on the putout, and Tommy Reyes Cruz, who's got a pair of singles and a run score, will be the batter now. Cruz drops on the first pitch he sees. Cotton tracking this one down in center field. He's under it. He'll make the one-handed grab, and there's 2 away.
He makes those plays look so easy. That's not an easy thing to do,
No,
tracking that ball over to your right shoulder.
It definitely is not. Now the wind gusts, just after that play, it's almost like Mother Nature had some sense of humor there. We're going to wait till the wind gusts that way. And Starling Joseph, who homered the last time up, will be the batter now. The 3-run blast over the Swiss Chalet sign last time up here, so must have wanted some chicken.
Yeah, he crushed that ball. It didn't even go that high, but it was out of here in a hurry.
Yeah. Cotton didn't even turn around on it. He's just kind of, okay, it's gone. Let's go.
Lawson doing a good job just settling down after that 3-run inning.
Gets Joseph on the check swing. The appeal down at first is he did not go around. And it's 1 ball, no strikes here to Starling Joseph. Joseph grounded into a double play in the first inning. Then that's man with 3-run blast in the 4th. That one's in there for a strike. I thought Joseph was looking to call time on that.
Yeah, he had no intention of swinging at anything there.
Now he asked for time now, so who knows. 1-1 pitch from Lawson. Is driven to left field by Starling Joseph.
This could go too.
That one's going to leave the yard too. Starling Joseph with another solo blast. And the Majors are back in this ball game now, trailing 7-4.
Another no-doubter from Starling Joseph. Neither the left fielder DeBanding or the center fielder Cotton even moved. That one hit the tree well past the fence. That tree is a good, 30 feet past the fence
30 feet
at
past
least.
the fence, so that's got to be a 410-foot shot.
Yeah. And another one that did not go very high.
No, you don't have to hit it high as long as you get it out here and get enough elevation on it to get it out of here. And Brett Lawson does not want to have to face Starling Joseph ever again.
Yeah, if you take Starling Joseph out of this lineup, Brett Lawson's probably a pretty happy guy right now.
Exactly. He's probably out of the 4th inning because he got the next 3 guys out.
Yeah, he went 2 up, 2 down right before Joseph came to the plate, and now Brownlee, who had an infield fly earlier.
Yep. 6-3 and a pop up to the second baseman. Brownlee tags this one to left field pretty deep. Left fielder going back. Dennis DeBenning's going to catch it on the warning track for the third inning. Cleveland Brownlee gave it a charge, but the man from Georgia just didn't have enough energy in the tank there. It ends up on the warning track for the third out of the sixth inning. Cardinals leading this one 7-4. You're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yep, so just the lone run there for the Majors as they get the solo shot from Starlin Joseph, his second home run of the game. I thought that one might have even had a chance with all that wind because it went so high. Almost got to the warning track there for Brownlee.
Well, most other ballparks in this intercounty, except probably with the exception of London and here, Kitchener's out by a few feet.
Yeah.
Toronto is long gone. I'm probably saying Welland might have stayed in the yard. Barrie, it might be at the fence. It's hard to say, but different ballparks have different dimensions, and that one just kind of hung up in the air a little too long.
Yeah, you saw DeBanning go back. He almost got towards the wall, expecting it to get there, but then came in a couple steps. So Lawson able to breathe a sigh of relief.
On the 905 Club's out-of-town scoreboard across the Intercounty Baseball League. The Brantford Red Sox trailed the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Welland Jackfish.
Looks like Mackey is back in the game, the righty from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yep. Corbin Peters started for the Cardinals. He went 2 innings. Brett Lawson has pitched the last 4.
Yes.
Jordan Schoenfeld started for the Majors. He left the game, and Robert Mackey took over for him. Mackey got a 3-down inning after that. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he did. Got the double play to get out of the inning.
You'd have to guess that's probably the last inning for Lawson with a couple guys warming up and only 3 innings to go.
I would definitely think so. I would think you're probably going to see Stefan Strucker at some point here, maybe the 9th inning. We'll see, depending on the score, too. Of course, I got to know Stefan Strucker down in London. That was kind of a cool moment when I was down there doing the PA for that one night. When Eric Collins, their normal PA guy, was not out there, and I got to announce Cleveland Brownlee with a little bit of authority behind it for a change, so that was kind of interesting. Although I did play the wrong walk-up song. Cleveland's got like 5 walk-up songs. I wasn't supposed to know which one's first, so I played them in the wrong order.
Nicholson with a base hit in his last at-bat.
Singled and scored a run in the 4th inning. And it would be a great time to get this guy to get hot. That one misses outside for ball number 2.
Yeah, by no means has he been disappointing for the Cardinals, but batting .260, we know he's capable of a lot more.
Oh, 260 and just getting on base any way he can.
Yeah.
That's where he's most valuable. That one misses outside. It's 3-0 from Robert Mackey. Mackey doesn't want to put the leadoff man here. Definitely don't want to put a guy like Nicholson with all that speed on the base path either. And that's unfortunately what he's going to do. Is it's a 4-pitched walk to start the 6th inning for Brandon Nicholson. And Quinn Cotton will bat. Now he walked his last time up with the bases loaded, got himself an RBI. He's got a pair of strikeouts in the contest as well.
Yeah, Cardinals definitely would like to add to their lead here in these next couple innings. 3 runs is not safe by any means.
No lead is safe in the intercounty.
And there he goes. Right on cue, he steals second base.
First pitch going. Cotton didn't have to be worried, but he does take strike 1 on that pitch. Give Nicholson the stolen base. He's now in scoring position for Cotton.
It was a pretty good throw from the catcher the catcher Bowman, but Nicholson just too quick.
Just a little too quick there. I swear, even on a pitch out, he probably could take the base.
Mm-hmm.
He's going again. Oh, he's back to
fooled us.
Fooled us all up here. I think he fooled the infield too. Mackey rushed that pitch home.
Yeah, trying to psych out the back catcher Bowman there. Get him paying attention to the wrong thing when he's got the ball coming in.
Yep. Count is 0-2 now to Quinn Cotton. Cotton had to foul that one away. Mackey from the stretch gets the sign he likes from Bowman. That one misses high for a ball. It's 1-2. Quinn Cotton just not a fan of Dean Orbelay's strike zone so far.
No. Yeah, calling a lot of strikes on the outside, but it seems to be very consistent so far today.
1-2 pitch is inside for a ball. It's 2-2.
Consistency is all you can really ask for from an umpire.
Yeah, they're human like everybody else. Not like we have the robot umpires. I hope we don't get to that stage because that just takes the human element in all of this.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they, I know we were talking about it a little bit on Friday, as this one's fouled off by Cotton, possibly having some sort of timer for the pitch clock or something like that coming in.
Well, again, that's another volunteer and somebody else you have to train how to do some things here. So it's just going to be, okay, well, maybe it's a paid position like the scorer is. And then
of course, part of the discussion is just around a lot of the long games.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way you act. That's the way you can deal with that.
That one's off the backside of Cotton. He'll make his way down to first base here. Now runners at first and second with nobody away here.
So a couple runners on now for Tyler Duncan.
The second baseman, number 5.
Duncan got the intentional pass last time up. Slung it to left field and singled in the first inning and scored a pair of runs.
Nicholson with a pretty big lead there at second. The shortstop, Reyes Cruz, sneaking up behind him, trying to make him think twice about that.
Well, exactly. I won't be surprised the Majors have a set play in this situation to let either the shortstop or second baseman, or maybe even the center fielder creep in behind somebody here.
Definitely interesting considering Duncan already singled to that left side, right where Reyes Cruz typically stands.
Duncan hits this one high in the air to left field. It's going to stay in the ballpark. Starling Joseph will camp underneath this. He'll make the grab, and Duncan's retired. F7 for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, even with Nicholson's speed, that ball's too shallow and too good of an arm there in left field to even test him.
I definitely would not test Starling Joseph's arm in that situation.
Yeah, especially with now just one out.
Yep.
Number 14,
Luis Bernardo will be the batter. He's 3 for 3 with a pair of singles and a double in the contest. 2 stolen bases and an RBI.
Time called here by the catcher. Looks like he's got some dirt in his eye, something. Looks to be all right.
Could be dust, could be anything, could be a bug even.
And Nicholson getting in the head of Mackey on the mound there.
Second baseman yelling at Mackey to step off there because Nicholson was definitely out in no man's land there.
See Patel ready to charge in there just in case.
So one misses outside. It's 1-0. You get Bernardo swinging the hot stick. You get Duncan to keep doing what he's been doing. And you get Brandon Nicholson and Quinn Cotton going. You've got a deadly half of the inning. And not a place to start any starting pitcher out there. Doesn't matter if your name is Custodio or not. You're going to have to deal with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Two 2-0 now from Mackey on Luis Bernardo. Mackey from the stretch again. Gets the sign. 2-0 pitch. Misses inside to Bernardo. It's 3-0.
So you think they give Bernardo the green light here with the 3-0?
I would think he would in this situation, especially when you're up by 3. You definitely give one of your better hitters a chance to take a good hack at something.
Nicholson at second as well.
Mackey, if you get a single, Nicholson's going to score easily. And Cotton's probably going first as third for sure. If not more, if it gets in the gap.
Probably going to sit on the fastball here.
3-0 pitch from Mackey. Misses outside for ball 4. Bernardo reaches base for the 4th time this afternoon. First time via the walk. Nicholson will move to third. Quinn Cotton up to second base, and the bases are now loaded for Dennis DeBanning.
Yeah, great day for Bernardo so far. 3 hits and a walk. Can't ask for much more than that.
3 hits, a walk, a stolen base, and an RBI. That's a pretty good day.
Now
As manager Rube Cannerdat's out here to have a talk with Robert Mackey, who actually starts the pitching coach. They all look the same over there.
They do.
Comprehensive auto body repair services from minor dents and dings.
Maybe that is Rube up there. I can't tell.
Whether you've
We're
got
too
a
far away.
vendor you tangled with Mother Nature, or just want
Looks like they're having a conversation about defense more than anything else.
Whole load of guys warming up over on the Hamilton side.
Triple action here.
Strecker warming up, just probably getting his warm-up started for that 8th or 9th.
Yeah, it takes a while to get going.
I think Bott over there on the left side. Thought maybe we would see Jacob Underwood back in the lineup today after his big day on Friday.
Yeah, that brought back nightmares to last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just saw that and went, oh man, I saw that before. Dennis DeBanning will bat here with the bases loaded. Guys want to ride to right field. Right fielder is going to watch that one go
right towards
foul.
those bar stools.
Yep. I guess it is a bar down there, bar stools or whatever it is down there.
Right by the London Majors bullpen.
Yeah, and they're waving down there like thinking they're on TV.
I think maybe Superfan should sit over there come playoff time, get in the ears of the opposing relief pitchers.
Yeah. Oh, misses outside, and the count is 1-1 to the Banning. Bottom of the 6th inning, Cardinals leading the London Majors 7-4 if you're just tuning in. Thank you for joining us on Cable 14. I'm Neil Sherwastava. Jarrett Matthews, my partner as well. In on it for the ride. This one's hit by DeBanning down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. And the count is 1-2. Benning chops this one to the third baseman. The only play they're going to have is first. They're going to score another run here. They'll trade the out for another run. It's now 8-4 here.
Yeah, mission accomplished there for Dennis DeBanning. We talked about just the one home run with the bases loaded this season. It was him who hit it, had the grand slam.
So Cotton will move up to third base. Bernardo up to second.
He was 1 for 3 with the bases loaded coming into that at bat.
And Josh Niles gets announced by a young fan here in the crowd. Niles 0 for 3 in the contest. He did a great job. I'm going to have a job soon.
Yeah.
Niles with a trio of strikeouts. Of course, we found out the hard way what it is when you strike out 4 times and 5 times. Just ask Greg Carrington. That was Thursday night in Kitchener. We had to look it up. It's like, I've never seen anybody strike out 5 times in a ball game. It's either the Olympic rings or the platinum sombrero. You don't want either.
Yeah.
Just ask Greg Carrington.
Yeah, you don't see it every day. I do remember seeing it one time at a Buffalo Bisons game. Chris Colabello struck out 4 times.
There's a name from the past.
Yeah.
He's got a great following on social media, that guy. Josh Niles with a 1-1 count here. Niles just looking to do anything but strike out in this inning. That one misses low. It's 2-1. Pair of strikeouts looking back-to-back here in the 3rd and the 4th inning. Of course, in the 4th inning, I think that was more his shoulder was hurting. Or arm was hurting, so we'll cut him some slack on that 3rd one. That one swung on and missed, and it's now a 2-2 count. London Majors, the rest of this week, they got Tuesday night against the Guelph Royals, Wednesday in Guelph, Wednesday against the Royals at home, Friday against Barrie, Saturday in action, and then Sunday against Brantford. That one's going to hit Niles off the arm, apparently.
London not loving the call there, but now it's saying that he's going to have to come back.
I got the mark on my arm here, ump.
Niles batting just 138 with runners in scoring position, so he's looking to get on. It did look like it hit his arm, but so hard to tell from here.
They're saying it hit off the bat now?
He's got to be careful here. He's going to get tossed from this game.
Don't want to get tossed in this situation.
He was already upset earlier after that strikeout.
You got Charlie Towers trying to keep him in the ball game here.
Yeah, smart move by his teammate. He was a good 2 seconds away from getting thrown out.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame him. He got hit in the arm. The umpire's saying no here, but the umpire should also be asking for help. At least with the first base umpire.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand being upset about not getting the free base when you're hit by a pitch, but you can't do too much out there.
Nope. Now we'll get his lumber back up here and try to go back to the plate here.
Active Parents is your go-to digital resource when you're looking for great things to do with your kids. Find events on their free calendar.
So if Niles ends up with a couple of RBIs here, I think we give one of those RBIs to Charlie Towers.
I think so, because Charlie saved the day here. Now, if you're Robert Mackey, you just don't want to throw anything inside again, because mistakes will happen.
Yeah. It's now full count.
Of course, the Majors had, like I mentioned, they got 5, and now Niles takes the walk here on the full count. Bases loaded again for Tanner Rempel.
So all's well that ends well for Josh Niles. He
still gets on
flips
base.
His bat over there.
Still gets on base any way he can now.
Yeah. The first baseman, number 44.
And Tanner Rempel with a pair of doubles in the action in the contest will be the batter now.
Yep. Rempel's had 13 opportunities with runners in scoring position this season. He's got 7 RBIs out of it, batting .385, so that's definitely a good sign.
Yes, the Majors have got 5 games this week. That's a lot of baseball. Bullpens will be definitely taxed. You're going to see some guys like Keith Candell and company get some innings in this week for sure. Whoops, as the papers go flying.
Yeah, I think this is the 4th of the week for the Cardinals. 3 this weekend and 1 on Wednesday.
Yep. A lot of rain happened this year too, so
yeah.
A lot of rainouts got stacked into the last week of the season. I think the Maple Leafs are pretty much in that same boat too. They got 8 games. They had 8 games to make up, and I did this up earlier this week. Mm-hmm. So they're playing their 5th this week as well. Of course, they're going to have to go into extra. They're going to have to go into one of the days at the end of the schedule to play the Brantford Red Sox if that game's necessary. That one's in there for a strike. The count is 2-2 to Rempel.
Rempel not loving that call, but it's been called a strike most of today, so you just got to watch that outside half with 2 strikes.
Definitely do. Bases loaded, 2 away here. Rempel fits this one off the end of the bat. Josh Williams unable to make the play, but he'll catch it in foul territory. And it's 2-2. Cotton at third base. Luis Bernardo at second, and Josh Niles at first on a 2-2 count to Tanner Rempel, who's got a pair of doubles in the contest. 2-2 pitch. This is outside. It's 3-2. Runners will be going on the pitch home from Mackey. Mackey gets the sign from the stretch. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Rempel did not like that call. And it's now Quentin Cotton's turn to save a base runner here for the.
Yeah, it was definitely borderline, too close not to swing at, in my opinion. But he thought it was ball 4, and not happy with the call. Understandably so, with the bases loaded. But just 1 run there for the Cardinals, despite all the runners. A lot of guys left on board again.
Oh, I have something special.
We'll send it back down to Emily for another competition here. Looks like got a couple young fans with superhero capes on.
Ready? And Victoria's brothers are here to cheer everybody on, and we're gonna go. Okay, time to run the bases as a superhero. On your marks, get set.
Looks like it's a race here
with the superheroes and capes.
You guys got this. Look at
this is cool. They're neck and neck going down to first base.
You got the inside lane. Now she's coming in on the inside as well.
Look at Mason. Mason's
And they both got smart this time. Now she took the lead because she didn't touch second base.
And now he's going to do the same thing here. No, he's touching the base. Oh, he's complaining. Man. He's got his arms in the air.
He's like, but she didn't touch the base.
She did not tag up. So unfortunately, she's going to get credited with the win, but she...
So was that a super villain winning on a superhero day?
I think she might have only touched one base there, so yeah.
I think the villains got the best of that one.
But it'll go down in the books as a win for her anyways.
Looks like we got the new Cardinals pitcher. Rasheed Bott coming in here. As Brett Lawson's day is done, but he stands to get the win if this lead holds up here.
Yeah, Bott had a pretty good appearance the other night against the Maple Leafs, was fairly productive in that outing.
Definitely a good first inning. The second inning, not as much, but unfortunately that's what happens sometimes against a very veteran ball club like the Maple Leafs.
No question.
We're in the top of the 7th inning now.
Rasheed Bott with his patented Drake warm-up song.
As long as he can stay consistent and stay in the zone like he was in that first inning, he'll be fine. The second inning, I think the control just kind of slipped a little bit out of his hands, a little bit much, and got some pitches up in the zone. Of course, the grand slam by Jonathan Salazzo didn't help things either. So
no.
And so I talked to Salazzo yesterday. He didn't think it was going to go out of the park. It just kept drifting and up and over it went.
Yeah, it was funny. One of the Cardinals fans here in the crowd was kind of in his ear during that at bat, and then you saw after he finished rounding the bases, he gave it back to the fan a little bit.
Yeah, he does that. The conductor loves to have some fun with the fans too.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
8-4 is your scores. We head into the top of the 7th inning here on Cable 14. I'm Neil Sherwasworth. Jarrett Matthews along with us on the color commentary. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We're going to look at the other town scoreboard one more time here too. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Maple Leafs have extended their lead to 8-0 over the Red Sox. Welland still leads the Barrie Baycats 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. We have to go look and see how they got that run now. Frank Garces is on the hill for the Barrie Baycats.
Number 8, Josh Williams.
Jake Hartford got the start for the Jackfish. So it wasn't Guerrero. I guess they're saving Guerrero, or maybe he just wasn't able to go today. As Josh Williams swings and misses at the first offering, and it's an 0-1 count from Rasheed Bott.
Yeah, Williams 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far today. Still just 4 hits for the Majors lineup. 2, of course, home runs for Joseph.
Yeah, it's been the Starling Joseph show so far this afternoon for the Majors.
The shortstop Reyes Cruz with the other 2, so they're going to look to spread the wealth a little bit more.
At the top of the order, once they got through the bottom half, the Cardinals have been able to get through that pretty easily. 1-on-1 offering to Williams is driven but foul down the left field line, and that's going to go out of play. The hot back in there again. It's from the sign. From Aiden Muir. 1-2 pitch. Misses on the outside part of the plate just barely. It's 2-2. That one's just foul. That one's fouled away again, and it's 2-2. That one's in there for a strike. Williams goes down on strikes, and there's one away. Dan Patel will be the batter now with one away here in the 7th. Patel 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a liner at Tyler Duncan, the second baseman. Still not getting used to that.
No.
But we might have to get used to that, especially if Clayton Keys is coming back in the outfield and you want to keep Duncan's bat in the lineup keep Cotton and everybody else going too.
Yeah, you might see Cotton move over to right or something like that.
Hat's first pitch is in there, but it misses high for a ball to Patel. It's 1-0.
Yeah, we might see over the next couple games what their game plan is going to be moving forward based on who's available.
Oh, exactly. They got a couple of tough games against the Panthers and, of course, the Welland Jackfish to close out the season. They do have the Brantford Red Sox on Friday Night Baseball. You can watch on Cable 14, or you can get tickets and come join us live and in person. It's always a great time on a Friday night. So tell your friends. The Hat works with a 1-1 count here to Patel. 1-1 pitch is lined to left field, and it looks like it's going to go foul out of play. It's 1-2.
Yeah, great atmosphere as we were talking earlier about on Friday night. We had a couple of our promotions come into play with the beer batter striking out and home runs being hit for Jaeger bombs. So everybody was very happy to go run to the concession lines after that half off.
That definitely does bring the crowds out, that's for sure. And it's very family affordable entertainment too, guys and gals. So just keep that in mind too. In the playoffs, it's going to be it's going to be the place to be here. That's for sure.
Yep, free parking as well. Only have to avoid the foul balls.
Yep. My advice is don't park down the left field line, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Just don't park there. If you got to go on Mohawk Street or something, just park down there. There's lots of parking spots.
Yeah, plenty of space.
The Hat and Aiden Muir having a conversation here on the 2-2 pitch.
Chewing on Nora's bag. What are you doing? You have a blue vest on.
This one does find left field. DeBanning running in. He's not quite going to get there. Plays it off the hop. It's going to be a single for Battelle as he eyes up second base, but the throw comes in.
Those are the balls that are really tough. You got to make the decision to commit to going out full out to it and trying to dive for it, and hope you're going to get the glove on it. If you don't dive, if you dive and you miss, it gets behind you. And since it's in left field, it's a long run for the center fielder to get over to back you up.
Yeah.
But if you take it on the bounce, you concede the single here in this situation, which is probably not a bad idea. You still have a chance for a double play here to get out of this inning if you're Rashil Bahat. And Brett Graham, now the batter, is Dan Battelle, gets to just the 5th hit for the majors in the contest.
Yeah, Nicholson, the shortstop, coming out, nearly got to that one as well, but it was just in the perfect spot right in between them.
Throw over it back safely is Dan Battelle. Rashil Bahat's numbers, an 8.40 ERA, 15 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts on the season. So 12 pitches so far in this contest since he took over in the top of the 7th inning.
Strecker still warming up over there. We'll see him in
probably
likely the 8th or 9th. So
maybe both.
Maybe both, yeah.
You never know. Swung on and missed. The throw down to second base. Runner is going to steal the base with ease. It's now 1-1.
Yeah, he got a great jump on that one. Not much chance for Muir to make the throw. But Duncan on the other end of that one. So London gets a guy in scoring position. They trail by 4 here in the top of the 7th.
They definitely do. 1-1 pitch from Bahat in a moment here. Misses low for a ball. It's 2-1.
Muir has done a great job tonight so far. Hasn't let any balls past him.
Sometimes you just got to be a wall back there.
Mm-hmm.
Two-one pitch is swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2-2.
Looked like a great breaking ball there from Bahat to get Graham swinging and missing.
I think he was looking fastball all the way on that one and got the off-speed pitch and way in front of it.
Yep.
Brett Graham 0 for 2 in the contest. Float to right field and popped 6-3 his last time up. Bahat's 2-2. His line to right field for a base hit. That's going to come in. Runner's getting the hold up. That's third. Runners down the corners now with one away for Charlie Bowman, the catcher.
Yeah, good hold there by the third base coach. It was going to be a very close play at home.
Indeed it would.
Bowie getting a good look out there, throwing the ball into Rempel.
Charlie Bowman's first plate appearance of the night since taking over for Brad Verhoeven. Verhoeven was 0 for 2 in the contest, a 4-3 and a strikeout in the 5th inning for Verhoeven before he was replaced by Charlie Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman doing a good job to adjust on that pitch. He just hit the same one that he missed earlier in the at-bat. He waited on it and was able to push it the other way.
That one misses inside. Bowman.
Another good block from Muir.
Muir has to do a good job, and Bowman just bailed out of that one just in time.
Pollard with the, Bowman with the neon pink batting gloves. Hard to miss those.
It's definitely hard to miss those, but probably has a reason behind them.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch. Misses in the dirt as Muir is going to get past that one. That's going to allow the runner to move up to second base. Brett Graham takes the base. Likely a stolen base.
Unfortunately for Hamilton, not going to be easy to get the double play now.
Nope, double play no longer in order here. Now the infield is going to come in and have a conversation here.
Wonder. Looks like he will stay in for the moment. Hopefully just get out of this inning.
Yep.
Without too much damage. A run or two isn't the end of the world, but you don't want to let the London Majors rate back even with you or anything like that.
You definitely do not want to do that. That's for sure. Plate umpire out to break up the conversation on the hill here as the whole infield was in too.
You always get the feeling during these games that 8 runs may not be enough. You might have to tack on a couple more to be safe.
We see this time and time again in a lot of ballparks. No lead is safe in the intercounty.
Absolutely not.
Too many good hitters on too many different teams here to.
Congrats on the big 3-0.
Kane McGee on the. It looks like he's going to pinch hit for Will Pollard, which will probably means we'll probably see some defensive changes. McGee's usually a first baseman. That one misses outside. It's 3-0 here.
Yeah, it was Williams at first base previously.
Yep. Of course, manager Rupert Shanderdat, no stranger to making a lot of substitutions and defensive changes. That one misses outside for a ball, and Charlie Bowman draws the walk here to load the bases.
So Pollard is going to actually come to the plate.
So Pollard's going to come to the plate. Yep.
Going to change their mind on that one.
Well, I guess they were just trying to see what was going on here, depending on the situation, if Bahat was coming out or whatever. And since he's not yet at this point, they'll let Will Pollard bat, who's 0 for 2 in the contest. He has got a strikeout and then flown up to center field in the 5th.
Couple words from the London manager, I think, talking to his third base coach over there.
That one's in the strike zone. The count is 0-1 to Will Pollard.
Got to be careful here if you're Bahat, not to give anything too juicy over the plate.
No, you definitely don't want to discount that. You don't want another ball flying over the fence here to tie a ball game.
Yeah, on the bright side, Joseph is not at the plate currently.
Yes, anybody but Joseph. That one swung and missed by Pollard and Bahat and had the count at 0-2.
He was actually a little bit early on that one.
Might have taken something off it a little bit.
Yeah.
Bahat seems to do very well with bases loaded situations, so maybe he's just more comfortable out there. His 0-2 pitch in a moment here. That one gets away from Muir. That's going to score a run. Be a wild pitch on the play.
Yeah, and unfortunately takes away the double play again. So it's now 8-5 for the Cardinals.
Brett Graham moves to third base, and Charlie Bowman up to second. And we got an 8-5 ball game, as you just mentioned. Will Pollard bats with a 1-2 count and just one away now. If you're the Cardinals infield, you're going to make the play at first base and concede the run.
Mm-hmm.
1-2 pitch is hit on the ground. Over the right field. Third base slide. Over to first in time by Niles. 5-3 goes to put out, and just like we said, the run's going to come in. It's 8-6. But they do hold that runner at second base now.
Yeah, good strong arm there from Niles. Didn't even have to take a step in that throw.
Give Will Pollard the RBI on the 5-3 putout.
If it wasn't for that big hop on the ground ball, they might have been able to hold him at third base if it had come to Niles quickly.
Yep.
But
fortunately, just
took long enough.
The huge hop there.
So now 2 outs, a little bit less pressure on Bahat here.
But Byron Reichstein is always dangerous at the plate. Takes ball 1 higher.
So now just a 2-run lead for Hamilton. They got to be careful. Stefan Strecker hopefully will be able to come in once Bott ideally gets out of this inning.
Reichstein 33 for 100 or 330 on the season. 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. He swings and misses that offering. Even the count at 1-1. Rambo's been a mainstay in this majors lineup for many, many years here. Really great guy. Always great to see him do successful, just not against the teams I'm calling against him. I don't mind when you succeed elsewhere. Just don't do it against us. Bahat's 1-1 pitch in a moment here. Misses high. It's 2-1.
That's the second time he's missed high with that breaking ball to Reichstein.
Got to be careful how he's on this mound, too, because he almost got called for a balk there. It looks like he kind of lost his footing, then readjusted and reset himself.
Yeah, he does have a bit of a stutter step there right before his delivery as that one finds the zone.
Strike. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning for the Majors. Cardinals leading this one 8-6. A lot of 2s on that scoreboard. And Reichstein at the plate. 2-2. Is swung on and missed by Reichstein. Bahat gets the strikeout. Cardinals get out of the jam. They lead this one 8-6. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14 as we head to the 7th inning stretch here at Bernie Arbor Stadium.
Yeah, pretty good job there by Bahat to get out of the jam there. 2 runs coming in on the bases loaded situation with 1 away. So the Hamilton Cardinals still remain in the lead by a score of 8-6.
I'm Neil Sherwasto. That's Jarrett Matthews. Thank you so much for joining us here at home as we welcome you into the Bird's Nest here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. It's 7th inning stretch time, and you can see here our good old pal Ovi, the super fan down there, singing the 7th inning stretch traditional "Take Me Out to the Ballgame."
Yeah, OV always a staple here at Bernie Arbor. I'm sure he'll be a big factor come playoff time. Maybe bring a few of his rowdy friends to come over.
The rowdier the better. Of course, the Cardinals can definitely use your support as well. So bring out the family.
Yeah, Jesus. All the fans of any other Hamilton teams, whether it be the Bulldogs, Ticats, come out and support the Hamilton baseball team. And hopefully we're in for a good run come September.
Of course, they won't have the opportunity to be the underdog team as they were last year against the Guelph Royals this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll have some expectations to go in that first round and somehow get through that first round and get back to where they got to last year, the second round.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a bit of a standard set now.
Yep.
Going to have to win that first round and hopefully get back to, exactly, at least to where they were before.
Of course, it was reminded the other day the Guelph Royals have not won a playoff series since 2012.
Wow.
They've been knocked out in the first round every year in the playoffs since 2012. So.
Yeah, and going into that series last year, no one would have expected them to lose that series.
I think the Royals were expected to probably make a good contention for the playoffs, like the pennant and everything else. And just, unfortunately, that extra game took Claudio Custodio out of the rotation until Game 3, and it was just like after that, it's like, well, things just didn't go their way. But that's not a fault against the Cardinals. Of course, the Cardinals were battling food poisoning for Games 3, 4, and 5. So, guys making trips to the bathroom between innings, just trying to keep everything down.
Yeah, one of the weirder stories that you'll hear about.
I heard that story after the playoff series, and you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. And it all kind of starts to make a little bit more sense when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like you look at the Fernandez and everything else, they're sweating. It's like, why is he sweating? He hasn't thrown any pitches or anything.
Yeah.
Poor guy was battling food poisoning.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Connor Bowie will lead things off here against Robert Mackey. Jeez, Ralph Mackey's a guy for my names. As Bowie gives this one a ride to right center field, and now it's going to be caught by the center fielder for out number 1. Now, Ralph Mackey was a guy I used to go to school with. That's why it got stuck in my head. Aiden Muir will bat down with 1 away here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Muir 1 for 2 with a walk as well. Scored a run.
Into a double play his last time up. If you're the Cardinals, you got to get those bats going again here because 2 runs is not enough here.
Yeah, no, and they've left a lot of guys on base again here today, at least 5 or 6 anyways.
Seems like the Cardinals have been able to score runs early, and then from like the 3rd inning on till probably about the 7th or 8th inning, they don't seem to get anything going. Yeah. I'm not sure what is up with that, but it seems to be a very concerning trend. Last night they had a 3-0 lead on the Baycats, and that was all they got was 3 runs.
Mm-hmm.
The Baycats won that one 9-3.
Yeah, Baycats going to be a serious force come playoff time. They were a team that actually started pretty slow this season, but have picked it up. And
I know you and I had definitely pegged them in the third or fourth the conversation for 3rd and 4th. We figured London would be probably up in the upper half, though. Yep. So, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. Mind you, I also said the Brantford Red Sox were going to go in 10 games, so I don't know.
Yeah, what are they at now? 6, 7?
They're at 8 now,
8,
actually.
there you go.
Alan Ross owed me dinner after 5, so I let him off the hook. That was a good guy. He made that one under duress. I think he just like, there's no way they're getting 5 wins.
Well, if they double it, then they might actually have to owe you something.
Yeah. Of course, my fiancée Jenny was joking. Well, we should tell Al he owes us dinner, and he also owes us drinks and everything else on top of that.
Yeah.
That one misses outside. It's a full count here to Aiden Muir. Mackey looks in for the sign. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Muir, and there's 2 away here in the 7th inning.
So Mackey, his 3rd strikeout of the day. Done a very efficient job since coming into this game. 2 2/3, just 1 earned run and no hits.
He's definitely been doing the job for the majors, keep them in this ball game.
All 8 of Hamilton's hits coming off of the starter, Jordan Schulafand.
As Brandon Nicholson takes ball number 1 to start the at-bat. 1-0 pitch. Is driven to right field, but right at the right fielder, Reichstein will take a couple steps to his left. He'll make the catch. Cardinals go 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th inning, but still lead this one 8-6. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Yeah, Nicholson going to be kicking himself a little bit there. That was a very well hit ball, just unfortunately right at the right fielder. Reichstein, he had no trouble making that play, so no runs come in for Hamilton.
One of these days we're going to have to join Emily on the chorus of this just to help her out.
Yeah, she sings all the songs, the 7th inning stretch, and now Sweet Caroline becoming a bit of a tradition here.
Well, see, my parents almost named me Neil Diamond. Thank God my dad wanted to call me Diamond because we're Indian after all. So my dad wanted to call me Diamond after Neil Diamond, and thank God my mom convinced him to say Neil instead. That's all I can say. I don't know how I'd go through life, but it would make sense. You know, I'm a baseball fan. At least it's got a name, Diamond, but still, that would have been quite the interesting name.
Yeah. So I've got since it's Superhero Day here at the ballpark, I've got a good trivia question here for you.
All right.
So who was the first superhero created to have superpowers in a 1938 comic book?
Ooh. Superpowers, so probably would have to be Superman.
You would be correct, Superman.
Because that was made by a Canadian as well, so one of those Canadian heritage moments. You see that one where they're on the train.
I was also reading about how Superman was actually supposed to be bald and supposed to be evil, trying to take over the world.
So that's probably how we got Lex Luthor instead.
Yeah.
And Stefan Strecker will come on the hill here to start the 8th inning to face the London Majors in a 2-run ball game.
Now you hear Superfan taking over the karaoke there for Sweet Caroline. Of course, Superfan came out and sung the national anthem before a game earlier this season.
Yeah,
did a pretty good job.
He blew us away with it. I was dreading the worst when I heard the Superfan singing the song because you just picture something going wrong there. But
normally you just hear him yelling during the game, so you're like, oh, this guy doesn't have any kind of singing voice, right?
But this guy can carry a tune.
Yeah.
He definitely can. Stefan Strecker will make his appearance in this ball game, trying to keep the Majors off the score sheet and give the Cardinals an opportunity for another win here. Of course, if they do win, it will be their 17th of the season. At one point, we thought for sure that we're going to go break the franchise record for wins, or at least coming close to it. 22 on the season, set back in 2001, but they haven't been able to get that far yet. But There's still some ball games they can have a chance to win here and definitely up the record. Who knows?
Yeah, they start pretty hot during the regular season. Month of May, they went 4-2. Month of June, they went 8-5. And then, of course, we talked about the struggle a little bit in July, 3-10, and 1-4 in August. Hoping to bump that up in the last couple of games.
You got to get things going in the right direction come postseason too. So, but also you got to remind yourselves, hey, regular season's one thing, postseason is a whole totally different ball game.
Yep.
Especially
throw all the
inter-county.
stats out the window and start fresh.
Hit the old reset switch and go, okay, we're now ready for playoffs. As Stefan Stricker has completed his warm-ups here. And will take on Tommy Ray Cruz, Starling Joseph, and Cleveland Brownlee this inning. So some guys with some potential to put some bases. Tommy Reyes Cruz with a pair of singles and a run scored so far. And falling out to falling up to the center fielder in the 6th inning. Don't have to tell you what Starling Joseph has done in this ball game, but he's had a lot of 2 over the fence so far. 4 RBIs on the day for Joseph.
Yeah, Cardinals manager Dean Caselli probably just praying that Reyes Cruz doesn't get on base for that Joseph at bat.
As he takes strike 1 here to even the count at 1-1. I don't know what else you can say about Stefan Stricker that hasn't been said without sounding like a broken record, but I don't know. He's a journeyman, the Iron Man of the IBL, 19 years in the league. A perennial all-star, a definite guy you want the ball in the hands of when the game's on the line. Works with a 2-1 count to Tommy Reyes Cruz. That one misses outside. It's 3-1. If you're Stricker, you probably almost want Cruz to hit something on the ground here, so you're probably going to get him something in his wheelhouse. Maybe a little inner on the half and hope he challenges it. That one's going to miss outside. It's ball 4, and Starling Joseph will bat here with a runner on board.
Yep,
to start the inning.
Just as we feared, another guy on base for Starling Joseph, who's had home runs in his last 2 at-bats. Stricker's had a pretty good season, though, so far this season. 15 innings pitched, a 1.80 ERA, 8 strikeouts.
Well, that's a good kind of stuff that will get you out of ball games, that's for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully a little change of pace here will mix up Starling Joseph and get him off this.
Exactly.
Absolute heater he's on today.
First pitch is in there for a strike to Joseph on the outer half. Infield at double play depth throughout the midfield. Corners are behind their bases. That one misses way outside. The count's even at 1-1. Stricker trying to will that one a little further out of the zone than it was intended. Just try to keep it out of Joseph's wheelhouse.
Reyes Cruz being held on at first by Rempel.
1-1 pitch. This is way outside again. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I'm sure Stricker knows how careful he has to be here around the plate.
Indeed he does. You think of some of the batters that Stefan Stricker's had to face over the years, the Sean Rileys of the league. The Ryan Rijos. The Cleveland Brownleys many, many times. It's now a 3-1 count here to Joseph. Brownlee on deck. And we'll see what happens with Josh Williams here. 3-1 pitch misses high for ball 4.
Well,
and
definitely not the
back-to-back
worst
walks.
case scenario for Stefan Stricker. He, of course, would love to get the out, but much better a walk than, say, a home run like he's hit today.
Exactly. That's going to prompt the mound visit here as somebody else is starting to get loose down there. Got a pinch runner at first base.
Yep, representing the tying run over there at first, so get a little bit more speed in the game. Even though Joseph, obviously a fast runner.
Judd Walker takes over at first base as the pinch runner. as the Majors are obviously trying to go for it here.
Yeah, tough decision, though, to take out Starlin Joseph, especially the day he's had already.
Oh, exactly.
Intruding to the majors for Starling Joseph, enter number 50, Judd Walker. Now at the plate, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Can hear Cleveland laughing through the microphones here.
Yep.
Him and Muir having a conversation.
Probably say, hey, don't throw me a fastball.
Yeah. He loves to hit it over that left field wall there
he would.
by the scoreboard.
I've seen him hit way too many home runs in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm allowed to cheer for him. Not today, though, Cleveland. Sorry.
So far, the Cardinals have contained him. He's 0 for 3 on the day. A ground out, a pop-up.
He takes ball one outside, and Strecker's just not able to get that pitch to go where it wants to today. Falls behind the count at 1-0. Looks like Luis Bernardo down there.
Yeah.
That one's going to get away from Muir, and the runners are going to move up another 90 feet here.
I think Strecker struggling with his grip a little bit, looking down at his hand.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a blister on his fingers or what here, or just...
Hey, you just got to settle down a little bit. Now the tying run in scoring position.
Still nobody away.
Yep.
Brownlee, Josh Williams, and Dan Battelle scheduled in this order here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Roop Chanderdat plays the old switcheroo here at some point. If Brownlee reaches, I guarantee you see a pinch runner for him.
Yeah.
That one flies outside the zone here. It's 2-0.
Not something you
3-0,
see a lot
sorry.
from Strecker. Usually he's always good to find the zone, at least put the ball in play.
Yep. Might see him groove one here to Brownlee. That's exactly what he does. That's ball 4 inside. And Strecker's loaded the bases here.
So it looks like he is going to be taken out here.
The first baseman, number 8, Josh Williams.
Not the appearance Strecker wanted. He was probably hoping to go an inning or two. Unable to record an out today.
So it looks like the DH is going to come into the ball game. We got a pinch runner, number 63, taking over for Cleveland Brownlee.
And we're going to see the designated hitter for Hamilton come into the game as a pitcher.
Yep. DH spot will be out of the ball game as Bernardo will now into the ball game officially on the position players as well.
Not the first time we've seen Bernardo on the mound this season, surprisingly.
I think he made an appearance in the first game here, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
Yep.
I think he actually got a start against Brantford as well.
Definitely going to be interesting to see how he handles this scenario. Not used to pitching a ton, but coming in with the bases loaded, it's intriguing for sure.
Now, for Bernardo, you just got to get some ground balls here, and hopefully the defense can turn you in a couple of plays here. Get a force out at the plate maybe, or if you get a chance, take 2 up the middle and can see another run. Braden Farrington in the pinch run for at first base for Cleveland Brownlee. So that tells you what kind of bench the London Majors don't have today.
Mm-hmm.
Farrington usually just using the pitcher spot, but now he's going to run at first. So Farrington will take over in the DH spot for Brownlee. Which if Farrington's coming into the ballgame makes sense as a pitcher spot, so at least he's ready to go.
Yeah, London probably hoping they take the lead here, and he's coming in a save situation later in the game.
Bernardo will have to face Josh Williams, Dan Battelle, and Brett Graham due up in this order now. Still nobody away here in the top of the 8th inning as the Majors threaten to tighter tie and maybe even take the lead here. Bernardo's got some zip to it, a different arm angle here too from what they just saw from Stefan Strecker, so the Majors won't have a lot to work with Bernardo as far as a pitcher goes, so unless they watch some videotape. Is videotape even a thing still, or is just YouTube now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I dated myself. It's Memorex.
At the plate, number 8, Josh Williams.
Josh Williams will bat here. He's 0 for 3 in the contest. His pair of strikeouts and grounded out 4-3. Infield at double play depth and corners are in.
Bernardo should be somewhat well rested, not having to back catch today.
I'm sure he caught yesterday. I didn't really look at the line stat, the line card or lineup card last night.
There you go. He finds the zone on his first pitch.
The kids and I watched Super Mario Brothers, the movie, last night, which was nice. It's on Amazon Prime, so if you haven't watched it, you can go. If you got Amazon Prime, go watch it for free. You saw it at the drive-in too, but I could barely hear it most of the night, so. Over screaming kids who were just fanboying over it. It made a little more sense the second time through. Bernardo gets the sign from Muir. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Driven foul down the left field line. That one's going to hit a car. Or it's actually going to go off the fence and stay in the yard. Somebody's getting a souvenir for easily times. And that's an 0-2 count to Williams. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away again by Williams into the screen off to our left. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Still nobody away here in the Majors' top of the 8th inning. Bases are loaded. On a trio of walks by Stefan Strecker. He's responsible for all 3 base runners. 0-2 pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. Not a bad spot to miss if you're Bernardo there, trying to get Williams to chase, but it was a little too far outside.
Yeah, he'd love to get a strikeout or a double play ball. Would be very ideal.
One-two pitch. Driven high to right center or left center field.
Yeah, mission accomplished there for Williams. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. And Cardinals doing a good job to hold the runner at second base. So now just a 1-run game. It's 8-7 for the Cardinals.
Give Josh Williams the sack, F8, and the RBI. Tommy Reyes-Cruz comes in to score from third base.
Good job by the center fielder, Quinn Cotton, getting that ball in quickly.
Judd Walker had to stay at second base, and Braden Farrington had to stay at first.
So now a pinch hitter for London, number 13. Or sorry, no, Dan Patel. He's already in the game.
Patel still in the ball game here. It doesn't look like the Majors had a lot of a bench left either. Oh, misses outside here by Bernardo. One pitch.
He's got some heat on that fastball.
That's 2-0. My apologies. Patel singled his last time up. Lined out to the second baseman and struck out so far. 2-0 pitch is called for a strike. It's 2-1.
Great pitch there from Bernardo. Just a pair of catchers doing their job for their team today.
2-1 pitch from Bernardo. On its way momentarily. In there for a strike. Patel didn't like the call, but
another good
been
fastball.
There all night.
Yep.
It's 2-2. Patel was expecting something a little more inside there, but it broke the corner plane of the plate apparently. Bernardo, the 2-2 pitch. They're calling for a balk on there. It looks like, yeah, they are going to wave the balk here. Bernardo tipped too far back there. And that's going to move the runners up another 90 feet.
Bernardo does not like the call.
He's saying, Bernardo, I got it. I did not. Yeah.
It didn't look like much of a balk, but you saw him hesitate just a little bit when they were at second base there.
It looked like he kind of went too far back towards second base. And now he's having a conversation with Jeff Rose at the first base umpire who called the balk. Of course, the Majors bench were all over that one.
Didn't look like he had totally committed to going towards the plate yet, but those ones are so hard to tell.
At least Bernardo was yelling at somebody here. I'm not sure who he's yelling at, but
it's even harder to tell when you got a guy on the mound who doesn't pitch every day, so you don't really know exactly what his motion looks like. But
he is not happy. They definitely got to calm him down here if he's going to stay in this ball game.
Rempel having a discussion as well over at first base.
Yeah. now somebody else came in off the bench there.
Yeah, trying to
Thought
break
they
it up.
thought they were having a fight out there. They're not arguing. They're just pointing at each other. Bernardo is having a rough call here. I'm not sure where to be watching here.
There's so much going on here.
Well, you got Roop Chanderdat talking with the first base coach and the first baseman. And Bernardo just trying to collect his thoughts out here.
Yeah, he's just got to settle down, get his team out of this inning. He's one pitch away from striking out Patel and giving his team a good chance.
Runners now at the tying run now at third base. The go-ahead run now at second base with just one away.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Patel.
And Aiden Muir trying to calm down Luis Bernardo here.
Yeah, he's got to reel it in here. He's in a big spot.
He's going to say, hey, big guy, I need you to focus on hitting the glove 3 times here. Or at least once more in this bat, and then let's go after the next guy.
Looks like we might even see another pitcher come into this game later.
Well, they're going to have to use anything. All hands on deck. They don't play till Thursday, so
Yep.
if you got an inning in you, you're going to probably get a call here. You definitely need this ball game if you're looking at Hamilton Cardinals.
Infielders in here, looking to stop the tying run from coming home.
2-2 pitch. It's chopped up the middle here. Bernardo up with it, field it, flip to first. Out calls there as they were almost didn't get that call. And
so you saw Bernardo pick up that ball, and I think the first baseman, Tanner Rempel, wasn't fully expecting the throw over, and then he kind of got a quick throw and had to apply the tag and didn't have a foot on the base.
And I think they're going to argue to try to push him out of play here too. So
yeah, I think he was okay in that regard. I think London thought he beat out the
throw,
beat out the tag or the throw, or whatever you want to.
The put out will go 1-3, and there's 2 away now. Runners still at second and third now with 2 outs. And Brett Graham at the plate.
Tough call there if you're the third base coach for London, whether to send him on that high hopper or not, but I think ultimately the right call.
Well, because where it was hit in the infield, if he sends him home, you're dead duck at home anyway. So you don't want to give a runner out at third in any situation.
And a good job by Bernardo to look over and check first.
Yeah, but definitely some miscommunication on that play there. Somebody wasn't covering first.
Yeah, I think Hamilton very fortunate to get out of that with the out and not having given up a run.
Yeah, Brett Graham now has a 1-0 count in his favor here, as Luis Bernardo has to bear down here and get the out. Infield way back now behind the base pass. Corner's in the middle of the grass. This one's lined into right field. Right fielder going to go flat out. He's not going to make the catch. That's going to drop in. That's going to score 1 run. That's going to score 2. As a double for Brett Graham, and the London Majors have taken the lead at 9-8.
Well, it wasn't a lack of effort from Bowie over there in the corner. He laid out, and unfortunately that ball for the Cardinals landed just inside the foul line, and it's going to be a double, and 2 RBIs will come in. And, the London Majors take a 9-8 lead here in the top of the 8th inning, so the plot thickens here.
It definitely does. Brett Graham's second hit of the contest is the double and the 2 RBIs. He's standing at second base. Both Judd Walker and Braden Farrington come in on that play.
Don't think the wind was doing Bowie any favors there in the corner.
They kept pushing it further and further away from him.
So close to making that play. What a catch it would have been.
It definitely would have been on the highlight reel somewhere.
Potentially a game-saving catch if he grabs that one.
Bernal has a 1-0 count now to Charlie Bauman. Takes that one inside. It's 2-0.
So not out of the woods yet. They gotta get out of it now and hold it to a 1-run game. Got 2 more chances at the plate. Muir back out there talking to Bernardo. Trying to get settled down here as count is 2-0 to Bauman.
Bauman walked his first time up in the 7th inning. Bernardo's 2-0 offering. This is outside. It's 3-0. If you're the Hamilton Cardinals, you just need to get down here, and Bart Bernardo is just telling his catcher to get back down and give me a sign. He wants to throw this pitch over there in a hurry. Here's the 3-0 offering. In there for strike number 1. He's very impatient as a pitcher, isn't he?
He is. It's funny how calming he is behind the plate with his own pitchers.
But when he's out there, he's just a totally different person out there on the hill.
Yeah, and I think he's a little still fired up about that call, but you can't blame him, but you got to settle down.
That one misses for ball 4 outside. And now runners at first and second with still 2 away. And Will Pollard due up.
The center fielder, number 14.
Pollard 0 for 3 today with a sacrifice and a strikeout.
Brett Graham at second base, Charlie Bowman at first. And Will Pollard will come to the plate with 2 away here. Majors have scored 3 times in this inning to make it a 9-8 ball game. Pollard swings and misses on first offering from Bernardo. That's behind the counter, 0-1.
Yeah, Majors just chipped away at that lead and got 1 run here, 2 runs there, 3 more today. Here in the 8th.
That one's in there for a strike. And Bernardo had the counter, 0-2. That one had some zip behind it. You can just feel it go through the glove of Muir here. Bernardo waiting for Pollard to get back in the box. He's already got the sign. You know what's coming down the plate here. Some angry heat. 0-2 pitch. It's chopped to third. He'll step on the bag and get the out, and that's the inning. Majors do score 3 runs on just the 1 hit to take the lead. They leave 2 runners aboard. Majors leading the Hamilton Cardinals 9-8 we head to the home half of the 8th inning. You're watching Hamilton's Cardinals baseball on Cable 14.
Well, no shortage of entertainment this weekend here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. 2 games coming right down to the wire, high-scoring affairs as well. A couple crooked numbers on the scoreboard as always, but Cardinals just on the wrong side of that last half inning, hoping to bounce back here. They got 2 tries to London's 1, so hopefully for their own sake they can battle back again.
All right, so Judd Walker stayed in left field.
Still Williams at first.
Got to see what Braden Farrington obviously is in the DH spot, so we don't have to worry about that because Robert Mackey's still out there.
Reyes Cruz looks like he's still at short.
Yep. So everything else is stayed the status quo. Manager Roop Changerdat taking it easy on us for a change.
Pollard in center.
Yep. The one game in London, he made like 6 substitutions and didn't tell anybody any of them, so I was sitting there for the half inning just trying to catch up on all of it.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But again, Matt Hiscock and the crew all out there and all over those changes for us, so it made my life a little easier. Appreciate those guys, and of course the London Majors, and they have a great production team that do a lot of great work behind the scenes out there. So I always tip my cap to those guys, and it's always an honor to go down to that ballpark and get to call games down there.
Yeah, for sure. They do have a great team over there.
But I'm really proud of this team here in Hamilton, too. Like, these guys have done everything they could ask for, and, so much more life in this ballpark.
Absolutely, and we've had relatively, well, knock on wood, relatively no issues with any of our streams or anything like that. So, last season we had a game where the lights went out in the stadium one night, and that was a struggle. That was a good 45-minute delay, I think.
Yeah, well, of course, they're scheduled to replace these lights at Bernie Arbor Stadium next spring, so we might have some afternoon ball games here, and then maybe some later starts in the year. Of course, the London Majors went through that this year as well in London, so we'll see what happens. They had to play a lot of afternoon games in May and June.
Yeah.
That's why they have such a home half. Home half of the schedule is definitely broken up. The Blue Jays finally beating the Cubs today. 11-4 is the final score. And Jin Ryu gets the win. Jameson Talion takes the loss.
That's good to see from Ryu.
Yes, it is.
It's another team who needs to pick it up here in the last quarter of the season and secure themselves a playoff spot.
Oh, didn't realize the Hamilton PA guy or the London PA guys are here actually too. They're down the line. As that one has swung on and missed here to start the bottom of the 8th inning for the Cardinals. Down by a run now. As the Majors that came back up. And somebody's not too happy about that. Somebody needs a nap.
It's not me, guys. I'm not the one crying.
No, we're not crying.
I'm done crying now.
There's no crying in baseball.
Well, tell that to Jose Bautista yesterday.
Oh, well,
shed a couple
that's
tears.
Entitled to it.
Yeah.
As Quinn Cotton hits this one to right field, looks like the right fielder is going to camp underneath this one, and Cotton's retired for the first out of the 8th inning.
Yeah, one of the few times it's allowed.
Cotton retired F9, and Tyler Duncan will be the batter now. Duncan with a single, an intentional walk, pair of runs, and 2 flyouts to left field.
Yeah, Hamilton desperately in need of a big hit here. Running out of time.
I'd take 4 singles if I'm the Hamilton Cardinals right about now.
Yep.
You don't have to be pretty, you just have to hit the ball.
Yeah, hopefully Duncan can get on base for Bernardo, who's 3 for 3 today.
Duncan chops this one to first. Williams takes the bounce. He'll step on first himself, and Duncan's retired. 3 unassisted goes the putout, and there's 2 away here in the 8th.
Definitely one Duncan would like to have back. Not able to use or show his power on that hit.
Luis Bernardo, the pitcher now, will be the batter. He's 3 for 3 in the contest, plus a walk, 2 stolen bases, and an RBI.
Yeah, he's easily the player of the game so far today for Hamilton.
Maybe pull a Shohei Ohtani, who hit his 41st home run of the year today. And go yard himself here. He takes a strike here on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, he might be coming up there a little upset after that call earlier. See if he swings angry as this one's taken on the inside, but called for a strike.
I think more Bernardo bailing out of the way on that pitch than being an inside. I think he got fooled, thought it was coming inside on him, so he bailed. But it just broke over the plate.
Mackey has been very dominant since coming into this game.
He definitely has been. 0-2 pitch to Bernardo. He has driven hard to right field and pretty deep. Right fielder is going to see him. See you later, baseball. Luis Bernardo helps his own cause and ties the ball game at 9 apiece.
Have yourself a day, Luis. He ties the ball game at 9 with his 4th hit of the afternoon, his 3rd RBI. And, wow, he's at 40 RBIs now on the season. Couldn't have come at a bigger time for Hamilton.
Indeed. Bernardo with the big bop here.
We mentioned he might be swinging anger. He sure was on that ball. It got out quick.
That ball left in a hurry very angrily. No, he's just, I'm not going to say it, but he's a triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah, he might get one more chance the way this game is going.
Well, that would be, of course, be the 9th inning. Dennis DeBanning will be the batter now. Yep. DeBanning 1 for 3 in the contest with a sacrifice. Reached on an error as well. Sorry, 1 for 4. It wasn't a sacrifice. He grounded out 5-3. 9-9 in the bottom of the 8th inning here. As Dennis DeBanning hits a squibber to the 3rd baseman. Long throw will get DeBanning. I'm not sure what happened up there. DeBanning lost his elbow pad or something.
I don't think it was on purpose.
I don't think it was either. I think it was
definitely not allowed.
Definitely not throwing things at people. Can't throw foreign objects. It's not wrestling out here. Reed Duffy would concur with that one.
Yeah.
DeBanning retired 5-3, and that ends the inning. But the Cardinals do rally to tie the ball game as we head to the 9th inning. Tied at 9 apiece on Cable 14.
Yeah, so how about Luis Bernardo putting the team on his back this afternoon with 4 hits and a very clutch home run there to tie the game at 9?
Well, exactly. Of course, Bernardo you definitely need to be in that situation. You want Bernardo to get hot. You want Tyler Duncan to stay hot. You just want everybody to start feeling good about hitting baseballs again. I'm Neil Sherwasso. That's Jarrett Matthews. Thank you so much for joining us in the Bird's Nest high above Burning Arbor Stadium here in Hamilton, Ontario, as we head to the 9th inning. I'm guessing Luis Bernardo is probably going back out there, looking for something out there, but it looks like the dugouts.
Yeah, possibly. Just getting undressed from it last at bat. But
of course, we got Friday Night Baseball coming up again on Friday night. The Brantford Red Sox here in town take on your Hamilton Cardinals. Game time is 7:35 p.m. If you can't make it to the ballpark, make sure you catch all the action live on Cable 14. Reed Duffy and a special guest or two will have the call for myself. We'll be here. Of course, next Sunday, Reed Duffy will be on the call as well. I will not be here, unfortunately, Sunday, but it's been an honor to call games with you this summer, Jared, and I hope we get to do it again soon.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, and the best is yet to come, hopefully.
Amen indeed.
So we predicted a pretty good game here today, and we've more than got that from these two teams. Another high-scoring affair, back-and-forth game.
Well, of
big
course.
comeback from London and a tie game headed to the ninth.
There's not officially a rivalry between the Hamilton Cardinals and London Majors, but I think there's definitely all the makings of one for sure.
Yeah, especially this season. A couple close games, and they're batting so close in the standings as well.
Of course, you go back to that game early in the season when Owen Boone started, but the Cardinals came back and won that one. Clayton Keys got the bubblegum shower at the end of that game. I got the picture on the wall at home. So
that was a signature win.
That was.
Of this season anyways.
Well, back to the top of the ninth inning we go. Luis Bernardo back out here.
Yeah, made pretty quick work other than that one hit that was able to drop down the right field line.
Yep.
Showed he was able to at least pepper the zone and put the ball in play.
And that wasn't for a lack of trying on the right fielder, Connor Bowie, either.
Definitely not.
He was going flat out and trying his best to get that one.
Yeah, great effort from him.
As Reichstein swings and misses and evens the count at 1-1.
Makes you wonder what would have happened if Duncan was out and right. Would he have got there? Would he have not? Would have been a very tough play
where
either
they
way.
were playing. It was kind of hard to say if he would have got to it. Duncan might have got to it, but I don't think he was in a position to throw anybody out. I never.
No, definitely not.
So I think you still would have the same. You would have had a tie ball game for sure.
Yeah, Bowie, no slouch over there.
As Reichstein works as a 1-2 count now, as Bernardo's definitely got more zip in his step now. This one's chopped to the aforementioned Duncan at second base. He'll step on the bag. Rempel will. 4-3 goes your put out, and there's one away here to start the ninth inning.
Good job by Bernardo to settle things down. He's, as I just said, putting the team on his back today on the mound and at the plate.
That he has.
The shortstop, number 21, Tommy Reyes.
Cardinals got 2 in the first inning. Majors answered back with 4 in the top of the fifth, 3 in the top of the fifth inning before the Cardinals retook the lead with 5 of their own. Both teams traded runs in the sixth inning. Majors got 2 in the seventh and 3 in the eighth before Bernardo had to tie it up with a swing of the bat in the bottom of the eighth inning at 9 apiece. Tammy Reyes Cruz worked with an 0-1 count now and 1 away. Tommy, not Tammy. Geez, I wrote an A in my score page. Sorry, Tommy. That one's outside for a ball. It counts 1-1. Let's go fix that now. That's an O, not an A. That one's fouled away, and it's 1-2.
The off-speed there from Bernardo.
I'm not sure who's warming up down there, but somebody's getting loose. Might be Nick Cardinal. He hasn't pitched since Tuesday, so yeah, that makes sense. That was a weird outing for him on Tuesday's contest in London. Or was it Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday, yeah. 4 in the third innings pitched. He gave up 9 runs. Only 3 were earned. As the Cardinals defense let him down. It's actually Alex Lanigan down there. Two-two pitch for Bernardo. Is fouled away again by Tommy Reyes Cruz.
No shortage of souvenirs here today for all the kids in attendance.
That is
plenty
true.
of foul balls
Plenty
on that
of
left
foul
side.
Balls. Yes. Lots and lots of them. I'll have to ask my daughter what she thought of her first ball game.
Yeah.
Probably say it was really long, Dad.
Yeah.
We're approaching the 3-hour mark here on the nose.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get all these runs in the game, as that one's hit right up the middle for a base hit.
Bernardo, unfortunately, was overcommitted to the other side, so he couldn't put himself in position to field that one.
Yeah,
It's a one-out single.
Only thing you might have been able to do is kick it, but then you're risking injury at that point.
Exactly. You don't want a catcher getting hurt on the mound, no less.
Rather let your fielders try and deal with that one.
Yep. Tommy Reyes Cruz with his 3rd single of the contest. Got a pair of runs scored. Now he's at first base again. Judd Walker will be the batter, actually down a pinch hitter. That's Kane McGee, most likely, number 37. McGee hits the first pitch he sees, foul.
Good sign for Bernardo. Not too many guys able to square him up so far, minus that one up the middle. A lot of foul balls and shots down the line.
Bernardo working hard infield, that double play depth. That one misses just low. It's 1-1. I think this Braden Farrington down there playing catch. Of course, he's in the DH spot here, so he'll be coming up shortly, unless that's somebody else going down. McGee lines this to center field. Cotton underneath. He's going to catch it. They're going to double off the runner at first base potentially. The throw. They got him.
What a great double play that was. Colby Cotton comes sprinting in as soon as he saw that ball hit. Almost actually overran it, had to jump to grab it, and made a quick throw over to first that was well played by Tanner Rempel, able to get it on one hop just in time to secure the double play and get the team out of the inning. What a huge play for the Cardinals.
8-3 goes your putout, and that ends the inning, and the Cardinals have the chance here in the bottom of the ninth inning to walk this one off. As you're watching Cardinals baseball on Cable 14 and a 9-9 tie here at Barney Arbor Stadium.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of struggle there in the 8th inning to settle it down with the lead, but wow, come clutch time, the Cardinals team has really stepped it up.
That's the kind of thing you kind of hope the team builds around here. You say, hey, remember that 9th inning? We can do it again here.
Yep.
It's like Robert McGee going back out here to keep back out to work here. Number 23 is now in left field.
Yeah, Mackey, 4 innings so far, given up just 2 earned runs. Of course, one of those, or sorry, just 1 hit, and that 1 hit, of course, the home run by Bernardo. So 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. He's been very good against 17 Cardinal batters. 9 runs on 9 hits for Hamilton in the game. 9 runs on 8 hits for the London Majors. Just 1 error in the game committed by London, of course, led to a couple of runs coming in for Hamilton.
Looks like Jared Lund's in left field now. Number 23. Majors didn't have a lot of bench players today, so a lot of pitchers are filling in different places.
Josh Niles looks like he's due up for the Cardinals. After DeBanning was the last out, so it'll go Niles, Rempel, Bowie, Muir, and then the top of the lineup back to Nicholson if we get that far.
Yep.
Niles, not his best day. 3 strikeouts, 0 for 3, and a walk. So he would just love to get on base any way he can here.
Josh Niles will lead things off here. Couple of singles, a bloop, a blaps, then a bleep will do the job here. As Niles chops this one to shortstop. Tough play. It died in the infield and redirected, and Niles is aboard here. He's not stopping here. Oh, no, he's falling over. Now they're going to get him at first base. They got him at first. Oh, no.
Not sure what he was thinking there going around first. You can round it a little bit, but you can't go that far.
No,
and
he got a little too aggressive there. He was trying to catch the Majors defense sleeping and lost his footing and doubled over here and give him the single, but he's erased on the putout. And Tanner Rempel will bat now with nobody aboard and 1 away here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, the Cardinals get a nice bounce on that hop in the infield, which allows Niles to reach, but then trips on the way back to first, unfortunately.
I'm not sure who threw that in. Was the shortstop or the center fielder?
The center fielder threw it to the shortstop, and then he still wasn't back in time because he tripped, so he threw it over and just got him in time.
So it's going to 8-6-3. That's 7-4?
No, 7-4-3.
7-4-3. All right. As corrected by Nate Seeger, the man himself. That's Nate scoring, not me. As Tanner Rempel takes that one down the ride for the right field line here, or left field line, and just foul.
Rempel having a good day as well. 2 doubles, 1 strikeout. Both of those right down the left field line. You can see him hunting for it again. Yeah, quite unfortunate that Niles wasn't able to stay on. We were ready to credit Charlie Towers with another potentially game-winning run.
Catch.
Yeah.
Game saver out there. Two offering. Misses outside. It's 3-2. Rempel will get another opportunity here.
Niles could have been at second base on that one.
Yep. The woulda, coulda, shouldas will kill you every time.
All game you could do it if you could.
Yep. Just a case of being a little too aggressive on the base paths. That one misses inside, and Rempel will take the walk here with 1 away.
Yeah, I don't hate him rounding first in that scenario, just seeing what happens with the throw in, but
Then he just lost his footing.
and he did actually stop in time despite going pretty far, but then it was just the trip on the way back that killed him, and
Exactly.
Number 15,
aside from that, he would have been completely fine.
Yep. Connor Bowie with a chance here to play the hero potentially.
Bowie looking for his first hit of the day as well.
Wonder if the Majors watched the game film from Friday night and watch how fast Rempel ran those bases.
Rempel doing his job, getting on base.
That one misses outside for ball number 1.
Good take there from Bowie. Borderline must have been just a little low.
Majors 9 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 1 error. The Cardinals 9 runs on 10 hits. No errors. At this point, 9-9 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And a 1-0 pitch. Rempel going on the pitch. He hits that one through the hole. That's going to get the hole. Rempel on his horse. He's going to go to third with ease. It's going to be runners at first and third now with nobody away. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Majors load the bases here to force it out at any base.
Great job by Rempel and Bowie on that play, getting a good jump and a nice it was almost a half swing, push it the other way. Just keep it away from Rempel, and now 90 feet away from winning the game.
And Aiden Muir will come to the plate with an opportunity. He's going to get a mound visit by manager Roop Channerdat. Probably going to bring the infield in here and say, okay, this is what we're doing here.
Looks like it's Mackey's game.
I think it is because, of course, they've been playing a lot of ball games themselves this weekend too. So when you got Jared Lund in left field, that tells you don't have much on the bench either. So.
Yeah.
And you got Brading Farrington sitting in the DH spot to lead off the 10th inning.
greatest hits of all time on FM radio. Brought to you by Durham Radio. That's
I think they're discussing, do you want to load the bases here and try for the double play? You want to force out at any base? I think you almost have to go to the force every base
Yeah, I think you do.
because a sacrifice fly is still going to win this ball game.
Yeah, in terms of Muir and Nicholson, Muir might be a little bit easier to face average-wise, but yeah, if you can get the double play ball, the game's still alive.
Well, you got speed pretty much in both guys, and Bowie and Rempel on the corners here. So
Looks like they are going to pitch to him here.
maybe be an unintentional intentional walk here. Maybe Bowie just takes off the second base and takes the force out here.
Hope he swings at something bad or something like that.
Yep. If you're Bowie at first, you're taking off. That's what chops through. That's going to do the ball game. Cardinals will win this one as Aiden Muir the hero. Cardinals win this one 10-9. Aiden Muir with the game-winning single here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Your Cardinals victorious for the first time in a long time here at Burning Harbor Stadium.
Yeah, they pile on Aiden Muir as he's the hero. You love to see that for the young kid, getting one of his few starts of the season, and he's able to clutch up and take it home for his team. And you're right, snapping that 5-game home losing streak in incredible fashion. Love to see it for the team and the fans here today who showed up.
Wise man once told me comeback victories are a lot more fun, and that's what you got out here if you're a Hamilton Cardinals fan. A comeback victory, down 9-8 in the 8th inning. Luis Bernardo comes to the plate, ties the ball game up with a solo blast to set up the 9th inning, where Aiden Muir comes through with a clutch single here past the drawn in infield. Your Cardinals win this one 10-9.
And you see Stefan Strecker go and give Muir a huge hug there after he gave up those 3 runs in the top of the 8th.
Yep.
He feels like he escaped with one there.
He definitely did. That's going to wrap up the broadcast for us. Thank you so much for watching this afternoon. I'm Neil Sherwaswa. That's Jared Matthews. Welcome to your next contest next Friday night. Friday Night Baseball returns. Friday night, 7:35. The Hamilton Cardinals taking on the Brantford Red Sox. Don't you dare miss, as Billy Red Lions used to say on those Maple Leaf Wrestling broadcasts. We'll roll that phrase. Reed Duffy and myself will have the conversations and the story for you Friday night. Till then, you guys have yourselves a great one. Thank you again for watching on Cable 14. Have a great Sunday afternoon, folks. We'll see you again soon.